Hello! It's me! I'm here! Whoosh! Wrong screen, hang on. Over here! Wrong one, my bad. Hang on, I gotta lower that music. Volume. The music is too voluminous. Hello, friends, and welcome to today's edition of MagicManMo. Directly to game. You say the game wasn't up. It's just like I don't have the game pulled. There was nothing to see. But for just a second there, for just a brief moment, Mo, are you there? Could you hear me? Was my mic on? I had YouTube videos playing on my phone, so I don't know if you heard something. I don't think so. Did I have a hot mic? Did you guys hear me telling dirty secrets before I before I started? How are you doing? Takes Luigi board. Are there any Mo's with us? Luigi board. It's a Ouija board, not a Luigi board. Although that's got to be a thing, right? Like Nintendo has like Luigi's Mansion, right? If they don't have a Nintendo branded Luigi board, if that doesn't exist, it should. Like that just sells it. I gotta Google this now, right? Yeah, Luigi board. Okay, the first thing that came up are videos called Curse of the Weggy board, so I don't know what that is. So maybe this is a meme that I'm unaware of. But the first actual web search is just the Ouija board. Have you played the Luigi board? D&D memes? D&D memes? Luigi and Ouija? What is this? The meme is Dungeons and Dragons. It's the arms grabbing each other. You know, two different people grabbing. It's the Dungeons and Dragons and Ouija boards, and then combined to make games owned by Hasbro that are accused of being tools for summoning demons. I think we need a third arm in that. I think we need Nintendo involved, and we can have Luigi board. If that's not I'm not seeing it anywhere. If that's not a thing, it just should be a thing. That's a genius idea. Compilation of people misspelling Ouija board. I mean, I could see why people would misspell a Ouija board if you've never seen it spelled before and you've only ever heard it spoken. I don't know where the Luigi would come from, but I mean, I guess if you're like a kid and you're like, I know what a Luigi is, but I don't know what a Ouija is. I guess I could see it. I mean, I know how to spell Ouija board, but I'm also like, I've been around. So I don't know. I don't know when the first time in my life I actually learned. I don't know. I know what one is. I do remember the first time I learned that the little piece that you use on a Ouija board is called a planchette. I didn't know that. I had no idea what that was. I just called that like an arrow or like a little little plink or a little pluck. Like what's the guitar plucky? What's the guitar pluck thing called? Well, whatever. I didn't know what that was called. I knew what a Ouija board was forever. I do not remember the first time I learned what a Ouija board was. But the first time I learned what a planchette was I'm not kidding, probably 4 years ago. Like literally 3-4 years ago. Maybe I think 4. I don't even think 5. This is post-COVID Mo. Post-COVID Mo learned that was called a planchette. I was like, oh, I didn't know that. You do know the Ouija meme, right? Probably not. What is a Ouija? What's the Ouija meme? Because if people spelled a Ouija book, because I actually don't say Ouija, I say Ouija. So, which is a little bit closer to the correct spelling, since it does end in an A. So I call it a Ouija board. But at least I know a lot of people call it Ouija. So at least if you spelled it Weegee, I'd be like, okay, you're wrong, but I get it. I don't know where the word Ouija comes from. I've never tried to Google that. I'm sure it comes from I don't know if it's someone's name. I don't know if that's a name of a place or a tradition or something. I don't know. I've never tried to look it up. I've just never tried. Ouija is what people call an old version of Luigi from the PC port of Mario is Missing. Why? Why? Why would people call Luigi Ouija? Is that okay? I feel like because he looks weird, so like weird Luigi would be wee Luigi, Ouija, weird Luigi. Okay, maybe it's like weird and Luigi smashed together. Maybe, I guess, possibly. He does look odd. Do I need to look this up? Hang on. This is something that I am unfamiliar with. Hang on, what? Ouija Luigi. Let's see if I can get an image or something. First thing I see is, well, actually, there's a Ouijapedia. Luigi Ouijapedia. Luigi Mario, also known as the True Ouija. Is Mario? What the F is this? The internet's so weird, dude. You're all weird. Every single one of you. What the frick is this? Ouijapedia. Should I just switch over to Gay Luigi is the second entry, and then Mama Luigi. What am I? Lawsuit? What the F am I looking at? Oh, I remember the 2012 Luigi death stare. I remember that. Okay, I'm gonna back out of it. I'm not gonna read this whole darn wiki. I was just scrolling. I wanted an image of this Ouija. Okay, I'll go to Google Images. Ouija. I've seen this picture before, just on the internet. I just thought it was just a weirdly drawn Luigi, I guess. You know, it kind of looks like a kid's, like a kid's drawing, or just not a super, not like maybe a better drawing than I could do. But you know, it kind of looks like, you know, you're learning to draw type situation of a Luigi. It just looks like a kid's drawing of Luigi. Ooh, welcome to the stream, Toffee. It's an official design. And this is the other thing too. I didn't grow up with Nintendo, so I did not consume Nintendo like anything. There was a point in time. There was a point in time where we had a SNES, but that's because my mom ran a resale shop, and instead of selling the SNES, we kept it in the back room. And like, if my brother and I were at my mom's shop, you know, like after school or something, we'd play on the SNES, and we had like 5 games, and only one of them was actually like a Mario game. It was the Super Mario World. Nothing else was a Mario game. And then we did have a GameCube for a while, but it was actually my brother's GameCube. I didn't really play on it ever. It was his, but I did really enjoy Luigi's Mansion. Those are the only 2 Mario games. That's it. And then, you know, going to friends' houses and playing like Smash Bros, Melee, whatever the heck they were called. If I went to a friend's house, we might play something. But I did. So I didn't grow up with Nintendo stuff. So I don't know all this like crazy lore about Ouijas or whatever. I don't know any of this stuff. A SNES. Dude, are you guys team SNES or are you team SNES? I call it a SNES. Again, I didn't grow up with this. I don't know what's right or wrong, but apparently that's a debate, I think. Question. I've heard that people are somewhat opinionated on that. I say SNES. Again, I didn't grow up with Nintendo, so I saw the SNES spelled out, and in my brain, growing up with like a PlayStation, you know, I was like, you know, I didn't think it was an acronym. I was just like SNES. Because you have to remember, I grew up with a PlayStation before there was PS1, PS2, PS3, PS4. So, you know, the PS thing wasn't firmly rooted in my brain. So I saw a console. It was spelled SNES, and so I called it a SNES, which slowly turned into SNES, I guess, apparently. Sometimes we do that and turn S's into Z sounds. I don't know. There are words that are kind of like that, but... Ever played Sonic the Hedgehog? Yes, but I didn't grow up with it. This is the other thing too. I've touched some Sonic games on my channel before, and I think that's tricked some people into thinking I'm like a Sonic the Hedgehog fan. And I've got nothing against Sonic the Hedgehog, but Hedgehog? The Hedgehog. I didn't grow up with him though. When I was younger, same era when I was playing with the SNES. I did have for a brief while, again, resale shop. I did have for a little while access to a Sega Game Gear, and we probably had like 2 games on that. I don't even remember what the other one was. I think we had more than the 1 game, but one of them was a Sonic game. I don't even know what it was called. I sucked at it, and the Game Gear ate up so many batteries that I didn't play it a lot. That's the only thing I played from Sonic growing up. Everything else I've ever played that's Sonic, no, that's not true. On the GameCube, again, my brother's GameCube, he did have Shadow the Hedgehog, and I did play it a little bit. I never beat it, but I played it a little bit. But besides that, everything else I've ever touched that's Sonic, I've done on the channel. So when I played like Sonic.exe and people are trying to talk to me about Sonic lore, and I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. I played Sonic.exe before I played most Sonic games. I'm like, I don't know what any of this is. I know the names of the characters because, you know, I've been on the internet. I knew some things, but I didn't play the games. So I've tricked some people. Some people think I'm like a big player of this or that, and I'm like, nope, I fooled you. I'm a phony, a big faker. Oh wait, it wasn't for PC, it was for the MS-DOS, whatever that's a PC. What do you mean? Oh, you youngins! The Microsoft DOS, yeah. Guys, you guys remember, no, I know you don't remember this, but any of you emulators out there remember emulating DOS? I mean, you maybe still do, DOSBox. I'm sure plenty of people still emulate DOSBox. I did it a lot in college to play old MS-DOS games while I was in college, playing video games instead of studying. We had like this study center that you could go to get like tutor help or just as a focus place. And as a part of the program I was in, which was paying for part of my college, you actually had to have a certain amount of weekly time logged in this student study center. And so I would go there, but I didn't want to do any work there because I can't focus around a lot of people. I just can't do it. There's a ton of people around me. I can't study. It's a waste of my time. And it would always be packed because people would go there for tutoring. And I would not go there for tutoring. So I would go in, I would log in, I would sit at a table as alone as I possibly could, open up my gaming laptop, and I would MS-DOS like Final Fantasy or something. Like I would just emulate games, and then when I clocked in a couple hours, I'd leave. So that's what I would do. But yeah, the MS-DOS reminds me of doing the DOSBox. You've never heard it called a... You've never heard it called a SNES? Am I it? Am I the last of a dying breed? The last of a dying breed. What's that? There's a song. That's a lyric in a song, and my brain knows it is. I don't know the next words. Anyway, I've always called it a SNES. I'm shocked. I'm shocked. Well, now you know. Usually just Super Nintendo. I call it a SNES. I don't know. It's Super Nintendo. I get that. I would understand that. That makes sense to me. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. If you say each letter individually, you're weird. No, a lot of people do. SNES. I've heard a lot of people call it that. I actually think that's pretty common. Common enough that I don't think it's weird, but I still say SNES. Or Super Nintendo would be fine as well. Super Nintendo is probably, maybe that's the most common now that I think about it. I don't know. I don't spend a lot of time thinking about Nintendo anything, I'll be honest. That's why I feel bad when people try to like... This doesn't happen as much anymore, because I don't play a lot of Nintendo-related products. But every now and again, when I would play something that maybe kind of like Venn diagram into like a Nintendo sort of fan base on the channel, I'd get people asking me, you should play this or that, and it'd be some Mario this or Mario that or whatever, some Nintendo product. And I'm like, I don't have a Nintendo system. The only reason I played like the Sonic stuff on this channel is because it was on PC. And Nintendo doesn't tend to do their stuff on PC. And Sonic's not really Nintendo. Sonic is Sega. It's just that they're almost exclusively on Nintendo products and then PC. Almost. That's not true, but almost. Now for the DS, yeah. The DS was after my time. I dipped out when the DS came around. I don't know what the DS stood for, because you can't pronounce DS. It wasn't the Nintendo DS. It's too few letters. But if it was like the Nintendo DES, I probably would have said the Nintendo DES. You know, if it had more than just 2 letters, I probably would pronounce it as a word, honestly. The Olympic games. I've never played an Olympic game. Sonic Air Riders. Yeah, I don't know what that is. It was on the 360 though. I do call the Xbox 360 the 360. But I didn't have an Xbox 360 growing up. So that's probably why I don't know about that. And then I didn't really grow up with Kinect games. I've played a 360 and I've played on the Kinect, but I didn't grow up with it. Hey, Bug, welcome to the stream. Sharking me. I should boot you for sharking me, I tell you what. But yeah, now you've got the lowdown of my Nintendo and Sonic knowledge, apparently. There's not much that I know. I keep up with a little bit of gaming news here and there just because I'm in the gaming space, but I'm pretty ill-informed. DS stands for dual screen, I think. Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense. I didn't know that's what it stood for. Maybe I knew what it stood for when it came out, and I forgot that information because, again, I didn't get one, so it didn't really matter to me. I played my SP. I did have a Game Boy SP. I don't really count the Game Boy as a Nintendo product because I didn't like play any Nintendo games on, no typical Nintendo games on my Game Boy other than Pokemon, which at the time was not owned by Nintendo. It was the Pokemon Company, and they were basically a second party for Nintendo, but Nintendo didn't own them. So I'd play like Pokemon, and that doesn't really count. And then I would play like as a kid, BattleBots, Butt Ugly Martians, Bionicle. There's some tank game. There's a tank game I liked, but I don't remember what it was called. I had a fighting game. Which fighting was it? A Mortal Kombat? I think it was. There was a Mortal Kombat game. I had a bunch of games, but like none of them. Game Freak. Yeah, Game Freak. Yeah. That was before they were called the Pokemon Company, right? I think they were Game Freak. Then they rebranded to Pokemon Company, and I don't know the situation now. But yeah, Game Freak. Yeah, absolutely. My favorite was Ruby version. I think I put the most hours into Ruby version. I had Red version, I had Ruby version, I had Leaf Green. I did have Emerald. But by the time I had Emerald, I don't even remember why I had Emerald. I'd logged so many hours into Ruby, and Emerald's so similar to Ruby, I just didn't play it much. And that's all the mainline Pokemon games. And then I also had one of the Pokemon Mystery Dungeons. I think there's a couple, but I had one of the Mystery Dungeon games. That was a lot of fun. I enjoyed that. That was really good. That's all I can think of for Pokemon. I'm like trying to think. I'm like, was there any other Pokemon? I always wanted Coliseum as a kid because I thought Coliseum looked sick, but never got that. Which was not on the Game Boy. That was like on the GameCube or whatever. Have you played the Pokemon mobile game? Do you mean Pokemon Go? When Pokemon Go came out, everyone on the planet that had ever enjoyed Pokemon played Pokemon Go. I have played Pokemon Go. I was pretty into... Oh, wait. What team were you guys? Pokemon Go. Was it team... It was Team Instinct, Team Mystic, Team... What was the name of the red one? I'm kind of giving myself away a little bit here by not... You know I didn't play the red one. What was the red one called? I was on Team Mystic. Which... Team Rocket? No, not Team Rocket. No. I don't remember. What was the other one called? Hang on. Pokemon Go teams. Is Team Rocket even in Pokemon Go? It wasn't when I was playing it. Oops. Pokemon Go teams. Valor was the red one. I kind of wanted to be, when I was playing Pokemon Go, when it was brand new, I kind of wanted to be Team Valor, because basically I like red, basically. But my brother kind of wanted to be Team Instinct. But we kind of wanted to be on the same team, so we could go around and do like Poke Centers and stuff, or gyms or whatever together. So then we just said, you know what, we'll just be Team Mystic. We'll just do that. And it was really crazy being able to go around and like see other people playing. Like if you saw someone walking around on the streets with their phone out, like you knew like 99 out of 100, you're like, that's a Pokemon player right there. It was crazy when it dropped. Everyone, it was insane. And then you'd have people like, what team are you? And then if you're the same team, you're like, ah! And if you were like not on the same team, you'd be like, ah! You know what I'm saying? It was a lot of fun. You loved Pokemon Puzzle League. Puzzle League? I don't think I know what that one is. Pokemon Puzzle League. Was it jigsaw puzzles? No, it looks like it's a, oh, it's like a Connect 3 Tetris-y looking thing. I'm not looking at game. I just saw an image. Yeah, it looks like a Connect 3 type situation. Okay. Those are like a whole genre of game that I really don't know anything about. Never really was into that growing. Like I don't know anything about, cuz wasn't that like, talking about Nintendo, wasn't that kind of like the Dr. Mario? I never played this. Dr. Mario vibe was this sort of like Tetris-y Connect 3 type thing. There's a lot of games like this. That was never a genre I really knew anything about. I didn't know Pokemon had one, but it makes enough sense to me. Looks like they've got like different like elements, like you got fire, water, like the plants, leaf type, grass type, the grass. What I couldn't think of I'm like plant type. The different like sort of types or whatever. And looks like some coins or something. It came out for the N64. Okay. I didn't have an N64. I had a cousin who had an N64. That didn't help me much because my cousin lived on the other side of the country, so I didn't help me a whole lot. But gotcha. Yeah, didn't have an N64. Had a SNES, and my brother had a GameCube, and then I did have a Game Boy. I had a Game Boy Advance, I had a Game Boy SP, but again, I didn't really play Nintendo games, so I was like, I almost don't even count them. What I really liked on the SNES was, I almost said Firefox, Space Fox, Star Fox. I knew my brain would get I really like Star Fox. It's the only Star Fox game I've ever played was the one on the SNES. I was really into it, though. I thought it was really cool. You guys ready for me to jump into some Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney today? We've been doing some reminiscing here. We're doing some nostalgia tripping, but I think it might be time that we hop into what we're actually playing today. We're not playing any of those games that we've mentioned. We're actually here to play some Ace Attorney Phoenix Wright Trilogy. We're in the second game, Justice for All, case number 2, whatever it was called. What was it called? Justice and Turnaround or Turnabout? And the case names make no sense to me. But we're in case number 2, and we're I think we kind of stopped at an odd spot. I think we're in Kurain Village talking to Pearl or something. I don't remember exactly where we left off. It's lawyering time. Are you guys ready to lawyer? Are you ready to lawyer it up with the lawyers? First things first, it's getting kind of warm again, and I've got all these lights on me. I'm gonna go turn my fan on real quick. There we go. That'll be better. We had finally a break in all the heat. It's been so hot the last like month. And we finally had a break and it was so nice. I didn't have to have the fan running all the time, but it's a little warm. Pearly and her big head. She does have a bit of a 5 head about her. My karma's gonna catch up. If you're spoiling me on karma showing up, dude, you've gotta calm down with this, dude. You've gotta calm down, dude. You've gotta stop saying such things. You're gonna earn a perma-mute. You can't contain yourself. Alright, we're gonna hit continue. How are you tonight, Mom? I'm doing good. You missed it. It's too late. We're not talking about how I'm doing. You missed it. We chatted for 27 minutes. Too late. You don't get to learn about me now. No more talking about me. Only game. Hello, friends, and welcome to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. Justice for All. Case number 2. We're outside in the winding way. And I think we just came from the side room. I don't remember. I don't think there's anything new over here. I don't think so. No, cool. I'll go ahead and, since that's a dead end, I'm gonna go ahead and pop into the side room. Is there anything up? Oh, shoot, there is. June 20th, Fay Manor side room. Oh, God. It's her again. I'm gonna have to remember everyone's voices. I'm scared to say no spoilers, because what if no one knows it's a spoiler besides me? That does happen. Sometimes people say things that I'm worried as a spoiler, but they're just being silly. I gotta say, that is fair. That is legitimate. Sometimes people are just spitballing and they happen to be right. Sometimes people are just totally right. So I totally get that. As the streamer who knows nothing, I'm right there with you. I never know. I got a new item last time. Did I? What did I get? Oh, the key. I got the key. Hello again. We seem to be seeing a lot of each other today. Yeah, but she hasn't really moved much. Oh, God. She's, like, totally cute. Is she, like, your daughter? What? No! How old do you think I am? Actually, how old is... Do I have a profile? How old was Phoenix? I feel like he was early 20s. I feel like Phoenix isn't very old. I feel like he was, like, 22, 24. I don't know. I don't remember how old he is. You've played most games of the franchise, you know. You would know. I know nothing. How old do you think I am? All right, here we go. I think he's 24 here. I thought he was like early 20s last time we... Well, the last time I looked would have been like early in the first game, so I'm shocked my brain remembered that, but that's kind of what I thought. That's kind of what I wondered. What's kind of funny, like, because a lot of the people in this game that you meet that are in, like, really high positions in life, they're like, I'm some top-level executive and blah, 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 and they're, like, some, like, high-level person. And then you look at their profile, and they're, like, 31, and I'm like, what am I doing in my life? Where did I go wrong? Look at all these people in Phoenix Wright. They've got fame and fortune, and they're, yeah, and then there's me. But you know, that's just life. People are doing things that all I remember being like a kid. I don't know how old all of you are, but you remember being a kid, if you were into sports, if you watch some like top level athlete and you're a kid, you're like 5, and there's like some top level athlete that you idolize. You're like, oh wow, they're so cool. I want to be like that. Then you become 25 and you find out that person that you idolized when you were 5 was like 23, and you're like, no. I'm older than that athlete I used to look up to. Dude, that's just life. That's just life. But you, Edgeworth, and Butts are all the same age. Yeah, we're all like, well, because they all went to school. Phoenix, Edgeworth, and Butts all went to the school together. They were like in the same class or close to the same class. You have something going for yourself in social. I'm not the executive of a corporation though, or some crazy top level lawyer. No, I'm a peasant. I'm a peon. I'm vaguely a step up from line cook, dude. I'm basically SpongeBob with a promotion, dude. Like it's not that fancy. All right, what are we doing? I might be downplaying myself. I feel like no matter what you do for a living, you probably don't appreciate. Like it's kind of like the adage that like you don't ever, you know, like if you don't, what is it? If you're too close to a situation, you can't like appreciate it for what it is or whatever. So I'm probably downplaying it, but still. Do we want to present the key to her? It's the only thing. I don't know why I would do that. Have you ever, ma'am, have you seen this key before? She literally hasn't. That's her default text. Maya's Magatama is charged now. We've got that going for us. What do you know about a charged Magatama? Wow, it's a Magatama. Aw, you shouldn't have. I'm not giving it to you. It's so totally not for you. Okay, I think we've seen that text before. Hey, like, it's not nice to freak me out like that. That should be my line. Okay, yeah, no, I've heard that before. Okay, we got nothing else to present her. Do you have new things to talk about, though? The victim. I want to ask you about the victim, Dr. Gray. I, like, totally don't know him. Ack, what is that? What do you mean, what is that? Did that just happen for real? Okay, when it all went, like, negative for a second there, I just thought that was, like, Phoenix, like, how, you know, doing another joke about how airheaded she is or something. But what is this? What is that? Again, I find myself 15 seconds into actually playing the game, and it's doing crazy nonsense. She's all locked up. Oh god, I gotta do Pearl's voice. I forgot about that. Erica, welcome to the stream. Psyche?
You can see it, can't you, Mr. Nick? You can see the lock on that person's heart.
I mean, it's covering basically the entirety of her chest, actually. She's got locked up lungs. She's got lung lock. Are you okay? Can you breathe? Huh? What?
This is the power of the Magatama. Only you can see these psych locks, Mr. Nick.
Psych? Is it psych or psyche? I don't know how to say that word. I truly don't. Psych? Psyche. I'm gonna go with psyche. Psyche locks. That sounds fun.
The more someone wants to hide their secret, the more locks you will see.
The more lock. I only see the one lock, but I see several chains.
If it's only one, I think you can easily unlock it.
Okay. Unlock, like with my key? Unlock, but how?
Please use Mystic Maya's Magatama on this person.
I'll jam it into her chest. Hacha! Kalima! I'll just rip her chest, or her heart straight out of her chest. Okay.
And let's remove the lock.
Oh, she's gearing up for a fight. She's gonna throw down. She's pulling up the sleeves. We're gonna go all 8 rounds, dude. I have no idea what she's talking about, but guess I'll give it a try.
You must be careful though, Mr. Nick. If you make a mistake, it will hurt you. If you don't think you have the proof you need, you must have the courage to stop.
The proof? Okay. Like in court? Hold it! Take that! Well, I've got to start somewhere. Let's give this psyche lock thing a try. Oh, it's got, instead of a check, it's got a lock. Okay. Okay, this is a new mechanic. This is brand new. I mean, I'm gonna, do I just click this again, or do I need to present it to her? Let's take a look at the court record. The proof I need about whether or not she knows the victim? Do I have proof? I mean, my memory might be a little fuzzy since we played this yesterday, and I kind of stopped, you know, mid-session, but like, do I have proof? I'll give it a shot. I don't know what hurting me means, so take that and rewind it back. Oh, take that! No, I love the negative. Okay, she's chained up. We got her right where we want her, all chained up. The victim. Oh, is she gonna present a testimony? Okay, let's go. Okay, this is just like court, okay. Inny Minnie, I believe you do know who Dr. Gray is. I told you, like, how many times do I, like, have to repeat myself? If you're, like, so totally sure, then where's, like, your proof? While it may be possible that you never actually met Dr. Gray in person, I do believe you might have at least indirectly known of him. Indirectly? So that'd be like the newspaper, right? Like, what do you mean, like, indirectly? I should try to show that the possibility existed for now. Yeah, I could do that. It's gotta be the newspaper. So something that shows a possible connection between Innie and Dr. Gray. It's the only thing what was this, the floor plans? Yeah, that's the floor plans, that's the newspaper, that was just a folding screen. I'm gonna go with newspaper. The worst thing that could happen is I get hurt a little bit. Here's your proof. Like, what is that? Because, you know, she could have read about him in the news. T-shirts, pronounced Psyche. Okay, I got you. I'll keep doing Psyche. Ouch, I guess it doesn't have anything to do with it, huh? Okay, you know what? We're training, we're practicing, we're learning. It's okay, I'll take a hit. We'll survive, we'll be okay. Pearls did warn me. If you make a mistake, it will hurt you, she said. Did I just get, like, sucker punched? What do you mean, hurt? Like, what is Phoenix feeling in this moment? Did he just get slapped in the face? Is it like a sucker punch? Like, what happened? If I don't have enough evidence, I should probably stop. I should take another look at the court record and think it through one more time. There might be something I need to go find. There might be something I don't have yet. It may be possible that you never actually met Dr. Gray in person. I do believe you indirectly knew. Okay, what do you mean indirectly? Okay. Let's think this through. Psyche pain. I got that pain. That psychological damage. Hold on a second, I'm looking at my phone. Don't mind me, I'm just looking up a walkthrough real quick. I'm kidding. Imagine. Okay. What if I present the newspaper again? She'll break down. Let's do... I don't think I have what I need. Unless it's in the profile. Huge fan of the occult, doing research. I don't think I have anything yet. I probably should stop and explore a little bit. I don't think I have anything yet. I mean, unless I do present Dr. Turner, and it's like he literally died next door. But that doesn't prove that she met him just because he died over there. So I don't think that's strong enough. I'm gonna back up. Because we can come back. I don't think I have enough evidence yet. I should investigate and gather some more clues before I try again. We'll be back though. Oh, we'll be back. Oh, don't you worry, ma'am. Oh, don't you worry, any minnie. I shall be back. Is there anything going on in here that I can find? Okay, maybe. June 20, Fay Manor, meditation room. Hey, it's you, pal. So you're gonna be her lawyer, I bet. Yes. Dot. Yes, period. Oh, I really feel bad for you, pal. Just this once, I wish I could be on your side. Detective Gumshoe. Yeah, but I shouldn't be saying that kind of stuff to you. Hey, you're a cute kid. Oh, I thought he was talking to me. He must be talking to Pearl. I'm like, excuse me, Gumshoe? I'm flattered, but sorry. Hey, you're a cute kid. Excuse me? Pearl's not gonna talk to him. She doesn't talk to strangers, remember? She only talks to us. I'm not scary, honest. Wow, I never knew Gumshoe liked kids. Maybe he's a family man. Yeah, hey, I know. I'll show you something cool. How's this? It's a real, genuine pistol? Put that away. Detective Gumshoe, what are you doing showing her something that dangerous? Just starts waving a pistol around in front of some 8-year-old kid. Bruh. Oh, sorry. Safety. Gun safety, Gumshoe. Gun safety, you knucklehead. Alright, you got lots to talk about. Let's talk about Maya's guilt. What about Maya and the charges against her? I don't think you can win, pal. If you're talking about proof, we've got a few pieces. You've got proof? Yeah, pal. That puffy-haired photographer's going to testify tomorrow. Well, she's got pictures, but did we ever find the gun? No one has mentioned that they found the gun that actually shot Dr. Gray. Also, they said he was stabbed? Do we have the knife? I haven't seen it yet as far as evidence goes. We might not see it at all until trial, honestly. He must be talking about Lotta. Actually, speaking of Lotta. I took some hot pictures earlier. Huh? Remember? I took some pictures at the murder scene inside. Yeah, no, I remember. Lotta's hot pictures. I wonder what her camera captured. At least a dead person. Oh, can you imagine if there's if we can get the shot of a ghost in the pictures? We do need to see those pictures though. Besides, you must have realized by now, pal. There's no way anyone other than Maya Fey could have done it. What am I supposed to say to Pearls now? Now, nothing. We're just gathering. We don't need to say anything yet. I'm trying to have a conversation with Gumshoe right now, not Pearl, about Dr. Gray. The victim wasn't super famous, but people still knew who he was. Oh, yeah? His face was all over those tabloid shows last year, right? Yeah, I know. I was looking through some newspapers from last year and... Oh, please tell me you've got one with any in it. Huh? I could have sworn I had. I cut an article out, but I guess I must have lost it. Okay. He's searching through his pockets, and boy, are those big. It looked really interesting, too. Hey, do you have a copy, pal? A copy of that article? I think Dr. Gray might have brought a copy to the office when he came by. Okay, so we'll show him the newspaper. I want to talk about tomorrow's trial first. About Maya's trial tomorrow. I got 2 pieces of news for you, pal. 2? Yeah, bad news and even worse news. Which do you want to hear first? I don't really care. It doesn't change the fact that I'm not going to like it. All right, pal. Well, the prosecutor for the trial's Prosecutor Von Karma. See? It was Von Karma. No spoilers in the chat. No spoilers, no backseat gaming. Y'all gotta calm down. What? Von Karma? See, that would have been... See, I would have been like, what? That's great. But now I already knew that. Manfred Von Karma. He was an awe-inspiring veteran prosecutor. He never lost a case in the 40 years of his career, and he raised a fearsome disciple. The horrible aftertaste of the evil he force-fed me is something I'll never forget. I kind of did forget. Which case was he in? Dude, that was like literally 2 years ago for me. I played that so long ago. Wait a sec. But didn't Von Karma stand trial? And that's where the other piece of bad news comes in. Was Karma the one that did, was that the one on the case with Edgeworth on trial? I think so. That's where the other piece of bad news comes in. The Von Karma you're facing tomorrow is actually his successor. Oh, it's a different Von Karma. Successor? Okay, well that's news. That's different. So, who is this successor to Von Karma? You still called him Von Karma, so it must be like a son or some kind of relation, or a daughter? I assumed it's a guy, but I don't know. Oh, dude, is it gonna be that chick from the cover of Game 2 that I had on the thumbnail 2 days ago? Is it gonna be her? Is that a Von Karma? Literally, pal, it's Prosecutor Von Karma's kid. His kid became a prosecutor real young, like 13. How do you become a prosecutor at 13? How do you? That's an adult job, and hasn't lost a trial since. That's what they call a prodigy, pal. Imagine your prosecutor's a 13-year-old child. Kid, huh? But wait a sec. The 13, the kid became a prosecutor at the age of 13? I mean, that's barely older than Pearl. I mean, a prodigy like that, I would have heard something about that. Oh, no, the kid was born and raised in Germany, pal. That country's got a lot of stuff and is a great place to develop a person's talents. Germany, huh? That's probably why I've never heard of this person. Oh, still, all it takes is someone mentioning the name Von Karma. And I get terrible flashbacks to that case. Let's go. Yeah, it was the Edgeworth case. I thought it might be. The one where he allegedly shot someone on a boat. Stop it. Get a grip on yourself, Phoenix. None of that matters anymore. Now that he's gone. Now that Edgeworth is dead. I'm just kidding. Von Karma's gone. Edgeworth, we don't know where he's at right now. He's disappeared a little bit, but... All right, well, that's all the talking points. We definitely need to show him the newspaper. Present the Magatama. Hey, no backseat gaming. Don't tell me what to do. I'm a strong, independent woman, I'll have you know. I do what I want. First game, turnabout goodbyes. Dude, I don't know. I literally don't know the name of any of the cases. It's all turnabout this or something turnabout. It's all turnabout something. They all blend together. I think the cases have terrible names. That's my opinion. Manfred was executed for his crimes. Yeah, I can't remember exactly how that trial went down because it literally was like forever ago. But like, if he was, I kind of get the idea that typically people that murder people get executed. So I didn't know he was executed, or if I did, that was like forever ago and I forgot. But like, it's kind of the vibe that I get. A lot of these cases where we're trying to defend someone for being accused of murder, like the judge will be like, it's someone's life on the line. Like they're kind of They're like, if you kill somebody, you are getting killed back. Like, that's kind of the gist that I get here. Strong, yeah, I'm a strong, independent woman, Khalid. What of it? Let's present. Yeah, the DL6 thing. Yeah, Gumshoe's having a great time. He's literally just sitting here. I don't know what he's laughing at right now. It's kind of uncomfortable. He's having a great time. He's doing his life's work. He's doing God's work right now, and he knows this is where he's supposed to be. Be watching all those MG Tau. I don't know what that is. So I've definitely not. I don't know what that is. But Macau. I do want to know. I could show him I could show him this now. I think I'm supposed to show him the newspaper. I'll show him this now, just in case he like disappears after the newspaper. Sure. What do you think about this? Hey, that's a pretty nice looking brooch. You should stop wearing that ugly old attorney's badge and start wearing that, pal.
Hee hee, that detective is so nice. Aren't you happy, Mr. Nick?
He called my badge ugly. No, I'm not happy, Pearl. Aww. Happy about what? Okay, that achieved nothing. All right, so let's give him the newspaper. Dr. Gray brought this over to my office the other day, and hey, it's that news story, the one about the malpractice suit. Yeah, is that the newspaper you were talking about? 14 patients died, and it caused a huge stink, like raunchy stink, like silent but deadly stink. Covered the whole town for like days. It was awful. The big stink of 99 is what they used to call it. Yeah, but that's not all, pal. Things only got worse after that. You mean the car accident the nurse died in? Oh, yeah. Oh, here we go. I brought my own clipping with me today. Here, pal. This is for you. All right, thanks. Newspaper clipping 2. Mimi, Mini. This is either a sister or something. Nurse at Gray Surgical Clinic died after falling asleep. Oh, wait. I didn't finish reading the sentence. Mini was the name of the nurse? Bruh. At Gray Surgical Clinic. Wow. Okay. Wow. You can't play dumb now. Your sister was the nurse? No, it's not eeny meeny. I refuse. I actually actively refuse. Didn't you used to have a huge beard? Yes. I keep it shorter now. I do the full beard, because I used to do just the goatee. I used to do a full beard. Now I do the full beard, but short. If you're a man with facial hair, you go through phases. You gotta try different things, see what you like. I look at old photos and videos of me, and at the time, I was really into it. Now I look at old stuff, I'm like, what the frick was I thinking? Anyway. I've been waiting to... Oh, eeny, meeny, miny, mo... Wow. My name is just... I didn't even realize you made a joke. I thought you were just trying to correct me. You really were like, eeny, meeny, miny, mo... Got it. That went... right over my head. That airplaned right over my head. Dropped a couple of bombs right on my noggin. There's nothing happening up there. Okay. That's mind-blowing, dude. Was there anything else I wanted to present to you? Not really. Do you know anything about the folding screen? Oh, I better shut my mouth. What? I'm not gonna give you any information about evidence, pal. Oh. Okay. What do you know about this? So about this key. Hey, is that your house key or something, pal? Come on, does this look like a house key to you? It'd be a fancy house key. I mean, technically it's a key to this manor, which is a house that people live in. It's just a really strange room. What are you sharking me for? Why? What did I do wrong? Why do I deserve the shark punishment? It's... actually, I should probably keep that a secret. Yeah, this might be my ace in my sleeve. It's my bicycle key! Oh, nothing special, huh? Yep, nothing special, alright. What do you think about this floor plan? Okay, he's just shutting his mouth again. He just wanted a shark. Fine, fair enough. Actually, can I ask you about any mini? I don't have anything to tell you about this one, pal. You don't have to be so mean about it. Not a word. Oop, dot, dot, dot. Hey, don't look at me like that. That girl has one intense stare. No, she does. She does that kid thing where kids will just, kids don't care. Kids will just stare at you if they want to stare at you. No shame. Young kids. I don't know what age. There's an age as a child where you actually officially learn that the person you're staring at can see you back, and you can get a little embarrassed or a little shy or whatever. But there's an age, young kids, they just staring at you like babies. You ever have just a baby lock eyes with you and just will not break contact? And you're like, okay. Boy, do I look scary in this picture. I guess if I want people to stop thinking cops are scary, I have to change myself. He doesn't look scary. He looks a little confused. Make a funny face at the baby so it cries. I usually just wave. Smile and wave. Just hi, you know. Maybe that's a scary face. You know what? Or funny face. Maybe me smiling is a funny face. I don't know. Gotta smile. There's that classic gumshoe goofy smile again. There it is. What do you know about Lot of Heart? Can I get any info out of you? No, nothing out of you on that one. He's not gonna tell us anything. Alright, I'm just gonna dip. Is there anything new I should examine? Not really. Obviously, I want to take that newspaper clipping back to Any Mini, but I'm gonna pop into the channeling chamber for a sec and see if anything changed. We didn't get the little, June 20th, blah, 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 so I don't think so. I don't think anything changed in here. So let's move on back to Winding Way. Back to the side room. So that we can, how did I do this? I gotta present the Magatama. Take that, rewind it back. Lil John's got something about a booty is whack. I don't, what are the words to that song? The victim. Any Mini, I believe you do know who Dr. Gray is. I told you, how many times do I have to repeat myself? If you're so totally sure, then where's your proof? Oh, I got proof. Well, it may be possible that you never actually met Dr. Gray in person. I do believe you might have at least indirectly known of him. What do you mean, indirectly? I should try to show that possibility existed for now. So something that shows a possible connection between Innie and Dr. Gray. Yeah, it's gonna be the clipping. Little John got the beat to make your booty go clap. There it is! I was so close and yet so far away. There it is. Yeah, we got the magic lock thing. We're doing the psyche locks. Take a look at this newspaper clipping. Every time I do it, makes me laugh. Okay, dude, I make that joke every time someone says take a look at something, I'm like, take a look at this photograph. What is it? A story about an accident? Please read the victim's name. Mimi Minnie? Minnie. Minnie is a pretty rare last name. I've chosen when it's by itself, it's obviously Miney. But I'm gonna keep calling it Minnie. It's a pretty rare last name, wouldn't you say? Ms. Mimi Minnie wouldn't happen to be a relative of yours, would she? So you noticed. She was my older sister. I'm sorry about your loss. Your sister, was she a nurse? Perhaps at Dr. Gray's surgical clinic? Yeah. Gray Surgical Clinic. I don't think I need to tell you that the clinic was run by the victim, Dr. Turner Gray. Oh! Her defenses are breaking. The hat is off. If you ever see me doing that to my hat, you know you've broken my defenses. Which is how you knew of Dr. Gray. You knew him through your sister. There goes the lock. Unlock successful. Enemy vanquished. Boss defeated. Why did she say a lot? Because she's from the valley. She's a valley girl. Like, she's totally a valley girl, okay? It's just like how we talk and stuff. I say we, I'm not from the valley. For a moment there, I embodied valley girl as best as I could. Yeah, I'm trying to embody my Caddy, because I gave Caddy the exact same voice in Undertale. All right, now tell me about that victim, now that you can't lie to me anymore. I mean, she could still just not talk to me. She could just like walk away, and there's not a lot I could do about that. Please tell me all you know about Dr. Gray. Oh, is that what was her name? Mimi? Is that Mimi, the nurse? I've never seen her face like in color, head on, and not like in a flashback or photo or whatever. My sister's name was Mimi Mene. She was like a nurse at Dr. Gray's clinic. That's what I thought. I heard that, like, Dr. Gray was really tough on people. Kind of like how Mr. Clean is tough on grime. Like a total slave driver. This stream brought to you by... Could you imagine? Could you imagine the sponsorship, dude? My sis was, like, always coming home totally wiped out because she was overworked. Wiped out? So is that why she fell asleep at the wheel? That guy, like, drove my sis so hard, so, like, that's why the accident happened. The one where 14 patients died from malpractice? Yeah, like, I think that was the doctor's fault, too. My sis was pushed by, like, everyone's expectations and, like, her duties and stuff. She was so stressed, she didn't even wear shoes to work. It's crazy. And that pushed her to her death. Because her flip-flop got caught on the... I can't let it go. It blows my mind she works as a nurse in frickin' sandals. It blows my... Maybe this is because I worked in food, and you have to wear closed-toe shoes in food. I guess that's why I'm so locked. I'm so locked in on that. Oh, I'm sorry. So, like, are we done? I've, like, already told my story to, like, everyone. You told your story to everyone, but you didn't tell me? You didn't tell me? Bro, I feel really left out now.
Do you understand now, Mr. Nick? This is how a psyche lock works.
Oh, I figured that part out. I've got that all under lock. You say like a lot. I mean, it is a good filler word. Like, I try to like avoid saying like filler words like most of the time, but like it's really hard. I ended up in the OR with flip-flops. Like in the OR or working in the OR? No, the OR is the operating room. I don't know what you call that down in Mexico land. The ER is the emergency room, the OR is the operating room. In case you, yeah. Working in the OR? In flip-flops? That blows my mind. That blows my mind. I don't know why I'm locked in on that. I'm like, what? That blows my mind. You've never heard of the OR? It's less sexy than the ER. Everyone always talks about the ER. Too many people go to the ER for things that don't need the ER. Everyone's always talking about the ER. Sometimes convenient care is the way to go. Sometimes just scheduling an appointment, you know? If you got the sniffles, maybe that's not an emergency. I just remember the last time I was in the ER, last time I was in the emergency room. I've been to the emergency room like twice in my life. Once was when I bashed my head open as a kid. It's okay, I lived. And the other time was when we thought my appendix ruptured. It didn't. I survived. So we were in the ER. But like I just remember there was this lady on the other end of the room from me that she was there for literally no reason. She was making up symptoms because she was trying to get drugs. And I just remember being in the ER and I'm like listening to this lady. Like, it was a whole thing. They couldn't get rid of her because she kept coming up with new symptoms like every 15 minutes. Meanwhile, I'm like lying in bed, like dying to what I think is a ruptured appendix. Anyway, the ER was an experience for me. The ER was an experience for me. And it's not like it was just me and her. The ER was busy that day too. There were other people with other legitimate issues, but I don't know what they were. I was like locked in on this other lady's conversation because she was very clearly just trying to get drugs. It was like the only thing that could take my mind off of my excruciating pain. I didn't know I was going to work straight from the plane and couldn't get to my suitcase. You know what, that's fair. If you get rushed to a place, you're going to be wearing whatever you're wearing. You know what, that's fair. Yeah, no, that's fair. Yeah, ER is for unscheduled, OR is for scheduled, for sure. Last time I was in the ER, it was for getting a fishbone stuck in my throat. Oh, that does not sound like a fun time. Because you can't breathe or you can't talk, you can't do nothing with, like, that's gonna be, if it's, ugh. I imagine, anyway. I imagine that was terrible. Where were we? Yeah, how a psych lock works. How many of you guys have been to the ER? Show of hands, who's been to the ER? Well, I don't plan to pry into people's hearts unless I absolutely need to.
The lock this time was pretty easy, but you might meet people who aren't as willing to give in later on. If you don't have enough proof, be careful and know when to stop trying.
Know when to give up. That's good advice that you don't hear about in life very often. Most people in life will look you in the eye and say, never give up. Sometimes, sometimes you gotta walk away. Sometimes the winning move is walking away. You know what? That's really good advice. All right. Not even once. I hope you never do. You went once, thought my kidneys were failing, turned out to be a pulled groin. I mean, that was like my appendix issue. We thought it was my appendix, and it turned out they did a scan. My appendix was like the healthiest appendix they've ever seen in their life. I had other issues. So I totally get that. You go in for one thing, because all your pain can be in a weird place. Like, all your pain is one, because all my pain was literally where my appendix was. So they're like, that's concerning. And I'm like, I know that's concerning. That's why I'm in the ER. I totally get that. Next time I go there, it's gonna be because Mo kicked my butt for not freaking shutting up with all the helping. You just gotta call. You gotta. I won't kick your butt. You just gotta keep a spray bottle. And when you get really excited and you just really want to tell me something, you just spray yourself. WTF does an appendix even do? Not much. I think it does help with. At one point in time, an appendix was like kind of. It functioned semi like a second stomach. That's kind of like the going theory, is that like it was good for taking toxins out of food and stuff. Back when, you know, we didn't invent fire yet, so, you know, a lot of the food you ate was bad. The appendix still is responsible for, I think, bile buildup. It builds up bile, and I think it still has kind of a function in digestion, but it's not a necessary function. That's why people have their appendix removed. It's not uber necessary. Back before, you know, pre-fire mankind, it basically helped you digest stuff that you couldn't. Am I wrong? You're saying no. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? Am I crazy? That's my understanding, but I'm not a doctor. Right? That's my understanding. I said second stomach. That's not, we didn't have, it's not right, but I don't think the appendix does anything. It builds up bile, though. Right? Because that's usually why like a failed appendix is so dangerous, right? Because it's toxic to your own body when it fails. Am I wrong? Maybe I'm wrong. Guys, don't ask me any medical anything. Don't ask me any medical anything. I'll tell you what, guys. Direct all your questions to Toffee. I take what the, when I go to the hospital, I just do what the doctors tell me and hope for the best. Bile is stored in the liver and the gallbladder. Yeah, but I thought the appendix produced something that was like dangerous when it fails. Am I wrong about that? Maybe. I guess I am. Even if it wasn't bile. Hang on. We're gonna go Victorian. It produces yellow bile, one of the 4 necessary humors. What was the humors? Yellow bile, black bile, phlegm, and something else. We're gonna go Victorian. We'll make up science. We'll invent science. We're gonna go Victorian science on this one. pretty much does nothing. There you go. It does nothing. I thought it did something, but like not a necessary something. Oh well, I'm wrong. There you go. Yeah, if it gets inflamed and explodes, that's what I went to the hospital for, because we thought it did, because again, all my pain was there, and all the symptoms was like, oh, this is like appendix stuff, and they were medicating me for appendix stuff, and I was getting like uber sick because it wasn't appendix stuff, and we did all these scans. It's like, here's the problem. It was terrible. I thought I was dying. I thought that was it for me. This was a few years ago. I'm like, that's it for me. I guess I die now. That's it. All I know about appendixes is that they can burst. And it's true. If you do think, this is what I do know. If you do think that there's something wrong with your appendix, go to the hospital immediately. Do not wait. A burst appendix, no matter how old you are, will kill you. Go to the If you think your appendix is in trouble, go to the hospital. So that they can figure out if it's your appendix or not. Luckily, my problem was not fatal. I just needed medication and rest, so. How would you even know that? If you know where your appendix is located in your body, learn that. And if that part of your body is like cripplingly painful, like you can't move, like you're just writhing in pain, and all your pain is in that one place, it might be your appendix. I'm laughing because I'm just thinking back to my pain. I'm just thinking back to my experience, and I turned out okay. But it is scary. It is scary. Usually your appendix is fine, but like it's scary. Just pay attention to just pay attention, no matter what's wrong with, even if it's not fatal, even if it's not like, just pay attention to your body. If your body's behaving unusually, you've got unusual pains. Again, not every pain is ER worthy, but pay attention to it. You know, like, maybe if your elbow hurts because you think you hit it, that's not a big deal. But then you're like, oh, my elbow's hurt for like a week straight. Let's schedule an appointment. You know, like what's going on? Lower right abdominal pain, hard to walk, hurts to bear down, cannot jump up. I know I could not jump down. I couldn't jump up and down on any leg when I was in my pain. That was not gonna happen. I didn't want to move. I just wanted to lie there and pass away. I was in so much pain. It wasn't my appendix though. I'm fine. Luckily it turned out to be dramatic, but for me. That's what was scary when I went down, because it was very, for me, that's what was scary about I know we should be playing the game, but now we're talking about this. For me, I literally woke up one morning with like, kind of like mild discomfort, kind of like I had to go to the bathroom or something. And I woke up, I'm like, oh, that's weird. I don't feel, maybe I ate something wrong or something. You know, no warning triggers yet. This was early in the morning before I needed to go to like work. And I went to like go to the bathroom. I could not go to the bathroom because I didn't need to. That wasn't the problem. And the pain just kept getting worse and worse and worse until I'm just on the floor in the bathroom. Like, I don't know what's happening. I'm actually just passing away. Like the pain just kept ramping up. And that was the point where I'm like, I gotta call, like, I either have to call an ambulance or I gotta call family to get me to I gotta get to a hospital. I gotta get to the hospital somehow. And I can't get there by myself. I had my brother, luckily, I got my brother to drive me to my hospital instead of an ambulance. Which, welcome to America. You don't want to call an ambulance if you don't have to, because they're expensive. But I had my brother drive me to the hospital, and they took care of me, and I turned out okay. Poor Tink Tink. Tink Tink. I don't know what a Tink Tink is. But yeah, it was just one of those issues where it was kind of like, I don't know what's wrong with me, but all my pain is right where my appendix is. You're Tink. I'm Tink Tink. That's the first time I've ever been called a Tink Tink. I don't know what that means. I do like nickname. Tink Tink. It kind of sounds like you're saying think, but you're like, you gotta use your noggin. You gotta think. You idiot. All right, we gotta get out of here. Go to the meditation room. Yeah, I would not wish the pain that I was in. I would not wish on anyone. That was crazy. That was insane. Do I have any new evidence after all that? No. I'll send you the reference video one day. LOL. Yeah, I like how you say one day. You didn't just say I'll send you the reference video. You said one day. One day, 3 years from 3 years from now, random video. What? Huh? Did anything happen in the channeling chamber while I was away? No. I think we gotta leave. I think I've got what I need here. Now that we know that Mimi is involved in some way. Here we go. Eventually. June 20th, Kurain Village.
Mr. Nick!
Hmm? What's wrong?
I have never left Kurain Village.
Well, you're about to today. I'm kidnapping you. I don't think Morgan would appreciate that. Really? Wow, that's pretty amazing. I don't know about amazing. I mean, she's 8. It's not even that shocking. Is there a school around here? She does all her like, it's really not. We've met Morgan. Like, I kind of get it. You know what I mean?
You're going to meet with Mystic Maya, aren't you? Please tell her I said hi.
Sure, I'll take you with you. You want me to kidnap you? You can go say hi. You can go say hi yourself. Hey, wait! She ran off again. Well, I know Annie's secret now, but I still don't have any idea how I'm going to save Maya. I don't even know if I should go in there with a smile or a straight face. Probably a straight face. A smile feels inappropriate somehow. Did anything change around here? All right. I mean, I really didn't think Pearl was gonna come with us, but I think we are leaving. Should we go to the detention center and say hi to Maya? I assume so. June 20, detention center, visitors room. What am I supposed to do? I'm almost out of time. Can I really do anything? Can I really save her? See, who's talking? If it's just gonna be Maya talking, why the question? These games love their question, but who else besides our silent, Chadsworth over here, who else would be talking to me? Sorry to keep you waiting. Huh? Must be Maya. If it's not Maya, it's gonna explode my brain right now. It's not Maya. Who's talking? Even Phoenix is like, it must be Maya. Who's talking? It's been a long time, hasn't it, I don't know what to do. Who is this? That voice. I don't know. What voice should I be using? Mia? Dude, I cannot. Do you guys remember my Mia voice? The unhinged, like, cracked. My wife? Oh no, not you two. Erica's husbando is Edgeworth. Don't tell me your waifu is frickin' Mia. All y'all thirsty chatters over here. Okay, all right, everybody. Everyone in chat, who's your waifu and husbando? Get it out of you. Mia. Edgeworth is also your husband? You're gonna have to fight. Bro. I'm calling you out. I'm making a new voice for Mia. I can't do 20. When did we start playing? 2020, 2021? First case, first time we met Mia. I didn't know if she was gonna be important or not. I can't do that voice anymore. Mia! I don't know what to do for your voice. I'll just do a normal one. She's not gonna be around for very long, probably. Even without me being here, it looks like you've learned to stand on your own. Which is so much... Dude, the old one was like... I gave her like the psycho voice. The like... Hello! It's me! No, please not that voice. Not the psycho voice or not the regular one? Mia, she's Maya's older sister and my mentor. Dude, the first time we were playing case number 1 or 0 or whatever, first game, because Phoenix is like her like kind of apprentice, right? She was kind of like in charge, like we were like, you know, we had the same office or whatever. I thought 100% for sure that there was gonna be like a Phoenix and Mia sort of like romance or something, like a will they won't they, because again, I didn't know anything about Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. I thought for sure there was gonna be a romance, and then they like immediately killed her, and I was like, oh, okay. Not the psycho one. Yeah, I can't do the psycho. I'm not. I gave her the, yeah. She was a top-notch defense lawyer, but a certain case forced her into retirement. I gave her like the psycho voice, and then she got murdered, and I was like, yep, that's the voice I gave her, all right. But whenever I'm in trouble, she comes to help, just like this. Her spirit comes back from the other world and borrows Maya's body for a bit. Wait, how often does this happen exactly? It doesn't happen that often. It's happened a couple times. Phoenix, you can't make that kind of face in front of your client. Well, right now it's me. Mia, you're not my client. Maya is. Transform back. ... A lawyer is someone who smiles no matter how bad it gets, and especially when it's bad. A lawyer is someone who smiles no matter how bad it gets? I don't know. I don't know. I feel like if I was in legal trouble and my lawyer was just like always smiling at me, I'd be like, this is kind of weird. This is kind of like, I want you to, like, I'm happy you're confident, but I'm scared you're not taking it seriously. You know what I'm saying? She's so gorgeous. I don't like that she's in Maya's clothes. I don't like what's going on with the booba over here. I'm like, Maya, girl, have some modesty. What is happening right now? I love the idea, because this happened when Maya was taken over by frickin' Mimi too. I like the idea that Maya, right, summons some spirit, and then as soon as the spirit takes over her body, she's like, all right, I gotta unbutton this real quick. What is happening here? Why is the spirit of Mia trying to seduce Phoenix from beyond the grave? Like, you guys are all thirsting over her, and I'm over here squirming like, this is weird. Maya's smaller in stature. Yeah, she's usually short. Like, I feel like if it was Maya standing here, she'd be like this tall, like nose height. I swear she grows like half a foot every time she's possessed. Get rid of the bar real quick. Y'all need it. Where's I thought only Korjan needed the spray bottle, but you all need a spray bottle. I don't have a spray. I'll spray you with air. I got canned air. I'll spray you with air, all of you. Take a cold shower. All right. Mia, you can't smile at the end if you haven't been smiling the whole way there. That's just objectively not true. I can smile whenever I want. In any case, the face you're making now is no face to show a client, Phoenix. But, so tell me all about it. I'm going to guess that my sister is in a lot of trouble again. Yeah? Can you not like read her like mind or something when you're like possessing her? But like, can you guys not? How does spirit possession work? I feel like if a spirit possessed my body, I feel like we'd have like a telepathic connection. No, that's not true. No, that's not true. When Maya got taken over by the nurse, she said she felt like she just like fell asleep and woke up again. I don't know. I guess not. Never mind. Shut my mouth. I told her everything about what happened in the last 2 days. Mia closed her eyes, deep in thought, while she listened. See, now, you're not smiling. See, this is serious. Mia's like, chin up, smile some more. I tell her what's going on. Immediately, look, she's glowering. She's glowering at us. Do you see? Do you get it now, Mia? Mia, what am I supposed to do? ... It's pretty clear what a good lawyer does in this situation. And that is, please, tell me. Believe in your convictions. I mean, I think believing isn't necessarily gonna win me in any cases, but I'll do it. And fight for the complete acquittal of your client. I'll fight. But again, this feels kind of like empty hope. This isn't like action. This is not actionable advice. This is just hang in there, Tiger. You can do it. Get rid of the. Okay, the text is gone. All right, enjoy. Oop. Almost knocked over my old. There's nothing in it. Well, actually, oh shoot, there is coffee in my. I almost knocked over my coffee mug, but I'm like, it's okay. It's empty. It's from this morning. It's not empty. Whoops. Bro got canned air. I do have canned air. I've got two cans. Not the bird. 2 cans. I got 2 cans of. Sounds like there's still air in both of them. I thought one of them was empty, and I just didn't throw it away yet. I was clean. I was dusting my computer. You guys gotta dust your computers. It gets dusty in there, dude. Man, I wish lawyers were real. Lawyers are real. What? Excuse me? The clothes are small. I'm trying to see some. Have you ever tried a Ouija board? We're gonna try. I'm gonna deflect your question with another statement. We're gonna do a Ouija board when we have our next sleepover with Mo stream, which I think was that from the summer pass or was that from a different? You guys unlocked another sleepover with Mo stream where we're gonna hang out, but it's gonna be spooky edition. We're gonna do spooky stuff, so we're gonna that's gonna be a little sneak peek for you. It's a little. I won't say anything else. I won't say anything else, but. Look at that, bro. Lawyers were discovered after Ace Attorney came. They were discovered, like, out in the wild, like a new species. All right. Let's talk a bit, maybe? Not guilty. You think Maya's not guilty? How can you be sure? I know she is. And I'll give you a hint as to why. Yes? Mediums can't have dreams. Like, at all? Like, period? Maybe I am a medium. I do have dreams. They're so rare though, and they're usually nightmares. I don't have pleasant dreams. I'm a little jealous of people who have nice dreams, and remember them. Man, if I remember, because people say, you know, everyone dreams. You just might not remember them, or people say that or whatever. It's like the only things I remember are like horrifying, crippling nightmares. I'm a little jealous of people. They can't? From what you told me, it sounds like Maya was having a dream while channeling. Yeah, she said she dreamt that she had died and had been buried in the ground. Which, when she told us that, I kinda was saying, I was wondering if that was actually the nurse, whose name is Mimi. We know that now. Maybe that was Mimi actually being buried in the ground. But that is impossible. You've heard it from her, I'm sure. When a medium channels, her own spirit disappears. What do you mean disappears? Like, what do you mean? Where does it go? Which means that it's impossible for her to dream during that time. Then what does this mean? Did you just say skill issue to my dreaming? How dare you, ma'am? What does this mean? I think it's safe to bet that Maya was set up. Well, that's my working theory. A setup? It's up to you to blow the lid on this case tomorrow and show how she was set up. I'm gonna try. Evidence? How am I supposed to prove her innocence when I have nothing to go on? To be fair, we've done this multiple times before where we just talk to witnesses until they become their own undoing. So that's kind of what my plan is right now. If you're looking for a clue, it's already in your hands. I have 2 things in my hands. I have a cup and I have a mouse. Is this it? Is this what I'm working with, Mia? I'll throw the cup at the judge, knock him out. I'll throw the mouse at the prosecutor, knock her out. It is? Just as it sounds, Phoenix, you already hold the key. Wait, where's my keys? I got keys. I got keys on my desk. The keys! Can I dox myself on accident by showing my key? You know, people can take pictures of your keys online and duplicate them. I don't think you guys could. I don't think I've got high enough definition on my webcam for you to do that. But that's just, people do that. You can take a picture of a key and dupe it. Bro, it's crazy. Just as it sounds, Phoenix, you already know the key. Really? Come on, show me the key to this case. The key, huh? All right, I'll show it to her. The key I hold. Is it literally the key? I'm gonna show her the, wait, I don't think I do that here. I gotta back out. I'm gonna show her my key, the literal actual key. Mia, have you seen this key before? Ah, the key. It's literally the key to understanding everything that's happened in this case. It's a little on the nose, but sure. This key? Phoenix, listen. Right now, that key is sitting in your hand. It's in my hand. I got a key in my hand. I got the whole key in my hand. However, it shouldn't be. It contradicts the facts. Yeah, where did I get this key? Didn't I get this from frickin' Pearl? Right? And wasn't there only supposed to be one key? And wasn't the only key supposed to be with Maya? I think that's what the contradiction is. I think there's multiple keys. We were told that there was one, and I think there's more than one. Which I literally said when Morgan told us there's one key. I'm like, I know a locksmith that can fix that for you. Like, you can make dupes, dude. What does she mean? I'm certain this key will be the piece of evidence that makes your case tomorrow. Okay, I'll hang on to it. I'll keep it secret. Because Gumshoe acted like he'd never seen it before, so he is not in possession of a key. You already know everything you need to know. You know what the key to this case is. That is enough. But, Larry Butts! No, I'm just kidding. Could you imagine he walks in right now? How can I win tomorrow without knowing who the real murderer is? Who could have... ... I didn't know it at the time. But this day was going to end with a turn for the surprising. Whoa! Does Mia have a look? Whoa! What do you... Whoa! What do you mean Mia's got 3 locks? What are you hiding from me, Mia? I'm not messing around. What are you hiding? Mia, what? What's wrong? She can't see him. I've got the charged Magatama. That's right, only I can see the psyche locks. What? Which means Mia must know something about the real murderer. I mean, Mia's dead. The nurse is dead. Maybe they talk. Maybe she does. But for this to be something that she would hide under lock and key from even me, what in the world is going on? Yeah, I don't know what she's hiding, and I wouldn't know how to be continued. We're gonna keep going, so don't leave. If you're watching, don't leave. We're gonna keep going. I am gonna save my progress, refill my drink, and stand up for a second. So if you guys want to stand up, you can. But we're gonna keep going. I'm gonna save my game. Yes. Perfect time. If you gotta stand up and stretch or hit the bathroom, whatever you guys gotta do, now is the time to do it. I will be right back. Perfect timing. I realized that I've blockaded myself from getting in and out of my room because I moved the giant fan so that I've got some airflow here. But then to get around the fan, I also have to navigate. I was moving stuff. I've got like a hamper and whiteboard in one place. I have a basket of laundry I need to hang up. I've got a box of tuxedos stuff. Because I'm going to that wedding next weekend. I've got like stuff like literally blockade, and then I put the fan in like right in the walkway, and then I've got a lamp for the green screen. I'm like, I really blockaded myself in this room. I've got all kinds of stuff. Like there's too much stuff going on over here. Oh my goodness. I was trying to like weasel my way around. I'm like, what have I done? Mistakes were made. There we go. All right, where were we? We're gonna continue. Body break. You need a maid. Dude, that would be wonderful. Could you imagine being like maid affluent? I don't know what the going rate for like maid services are, which actually I should know. I've got a classmate. We weren't real close, but we're still Facebook friends. I've got a classmate that she does like, I mean, it's how we don't call it maid services. It's house cleaning, but you can set it up. You can set up a regular thing where she would like clean your house or whatever monthly or whatever. Like she kind of does. It's not maid services, but she does house clean. I've got a classmate that does do that, but I don't know what her rates are, and I don't think I want to pay them. I don't think. Imagine being maid affluent though. You know, like when you're like stupid rich and you have like an estate and you have like a live-in maid or something. That's crazy. That's insane. I don't know if that exists. I don't think, dude, live-in maids still, like you see those in, like, old movies and shows or whatever, where it's, like, some lord of an estate or something. I don't know if that's realistically still a thing anywhere. I don't know. Your family used to have one, but it was a long time ago. She was a nice woman. Not a live-in, I assume, but someone who would, like, come by and clean up the place or whatever. I don't know. I don't know what the going rate for something like that would be. You know, I would be afraid that if I had like maid services of someone like visiting me to clean up, I would be afraid that that person would just like judge me. Like, really? Like, really? And I'd be like, I'm sorry. Maybe this is probably me. Like, I'm not dirty. So I don't want this to come off the wrong way, but I could be cleaner. Like I think of like kitchen stuff, you know, like cleaning down the oven more often or dusting more frequent. Like I could be, I don't know. But there's got to be dirtier people that there. I know for a fact there's dirtier people than me. You can go on the YouTube or whatever and watch all kinds of horrible hoarder situations. But so I was like, I know there's worse than me, but it's like I could do better. I would feel a little judged. I feel like I'd feel a little judged. What are we talking about now? We were just talking about maid services before I started. We took a break. I got up to go refill my drink, hit the bathroom, stand up, stretch, whatever. And I sat back down. I was reading chat and I started talking about maid stuff. So and we're about to go into the next thing. When was the last time you cleaned your shower? And don't ask me that. It's actually on my. It needs to be cleaned. I wanted to do it last weekend. That's gonna be a clue. It's not every weekend. It needs to be. It needs a cleaning. I don't clean it frequently enough. I don't have it. Here's the problem. I don't clean it on a schedule. I clean it on an as needed basis. It's like when you're starting to see like grime happen or something, where you're like, okay, it's probably about time to clean or whatever. So it's not that the problem is that it's not on a schedule. If I just went into my Google Calendar and said like just repeating event, clean tub, that would probably be the move. That would be the move, you know? Dude, cleaning bathroom, you know what's, because I used to clean bathrooms at the restaurant that I used to work at. And I did a great job at that. But then you come home and you're like, I don't want to clean bathrooms. I already cleaned I don't work in the restaurant anymore though. But it still kind of sucks to clean bathrooms. I don't know. I'm jealous of anyone Enough yapping. Okay, we'll stop. I'm jealous of anyone who enjoys cleaning. You know, people that are like, I'll turn on some music or whatever and just like go crazy. I'm jealous. That'd be great. Frat boys and frat houses. I never went to a frat, so I not only was I not a part of a frat, I've never been inside a frat house. I didn't have frat friends. I had nerdy, geeky, not frat friends. Cleaning someone else's bathroom? Yeah, cleaning my bathroom? A joy. See, I wish. If it was a joy, then that wouldn't be a problem. But I go to clean my bathroom, I'm like, ugh, this? Ugh. It's not even that. The tub is probably the worst. Honestly, in my opinion, cleaning like a toilet is actually easier than cleaning a tub. So, I don't know. I'll let you guys decide if that's true or not. A sink's not bad. A toilet's not that bad. A tub is the worst part. In my opinion, a shower is the worst thing to clean, in my opinion. A lot of empty bottles at frat houses. I could imagine. I'd believe it, but I wouldn't know. I've got no experience in that. I didn't go to a frat. I was too busy. I had to work. Dude, I worked full-time through college, dude. Cleaning my room, I'm fine. Getting told to clean my room when I was about... See, I've been an adult for a long time. No one tells me to clean my room. My room needs organized. I've got a lot of stuff that isn't necessarily like needs cleaning. It needs organized. I got a lot of paperwork I just leave out. I need to file. I need to have a filing day. Like I've literally got on my desk. You guys aren't going to be able to see this because it's going to be the envelope. I've got a stack of tax documents. This is a stack of. I've got them all full. I've got a stack of tax documents from March, and it sits right underneath my main monitor. It just sits there. Instead of my file cabinet, which is right over there, where I keep all my tax stuff. Anyway, I just need I get into these like freaking ADD mentalities or something where I just when it's out of mind, it is out of mind. I just leave it there. I need to organize. No kitchen. I did finally, after years of keeping the kitchen knife on my desk, I did finally bring my kitchen knife back to the kitchen. I washed it thoroughly. Is your room messy? Oh, it's very messy. I was just explaining how I've blockaded the way to my door. My room is very messy. Dirty is not the right word, although my desk does probably need a dusting. I mean, we were talking about computer dusting. Dust happens. I think I do need to do a dusting, but like it is very messy because I'm very disorganized. I need to organize. That's my issue. I mean, I think that's not that weird. I think that's kind of common. I don't think that's a me problem, but it is messy. I got stuff everywhere. It's like I gotta organize this. The elder weapon has been sealed back in its cave. Next time I take a break, I'll go grab it. I know where it's at, and I can go get its brother knife. I've got many knives. I say many. You're gonna think I've got hundreds. I got a couple knives. I'm gonna come back with a butter knife, and I'm gonna pretend that was the real knife. And you guys, I'm gonna gaslight you. It's gonna be great. June 21st, 9:48 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 3. What? Prosecutor Von Karma, you mean? No, I heard it's his successor this time. Successor? Yeah, we don't know who she is yet. I think it's the lady. I'm putting my money on it now. I think it's the lady from that artwork that I used 2 streams ago. Because it's for the Justice for All artwork, but I don't know who that is, and I bet that's who it is. Manfred Von Karma was a really sinister man. He pulled all sorts of nasty tricks. Also, he could win. He did do that. A lot of people we see do that, though. He was a man obsessed with the word perfection. He had a perfect record for 40 long years. Oh, that's right. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, he was obsessed with that. Who knows what sorts of dirty tricks he used to get each of those guilty verdicts. And now his successor. I wonder what kind of person they will turn out to be. It's no good. Is it Morgan? I assume, because Pearl hasn't ever left. Mystic Maya. No, it is Pearl. I guess I had like a 50-50 shot. I'm like, there's two people. It's either Pearl or Morgan. 50-50 shot. Missed. Swing and a miss. Pearly! You showed up. Thanks for coming all this way. What do you mean? Did she show up alone? What'd she do? Bus over here by herself?
I was really worried about you.
Hey, where's your mother? Don't you two come together?
Mother's watching over the trainees.
She came by herself? Girl, she's never left her hometown before and then bust here and somehow made it. When I was 8, you could not trust me with directions, dude. I would have never made it. I would have been lost. I would have become just like a woodland child.
She said they have training for 2 days straight with no breaks.
Huh? Then you came by yourself?
Yep, I snuck out of the...
She snuck out. She was not allowed out. That doesn't surprise me.
I snuck out of the manor and followed a map.
Girl, where did you get the map? What map? Don't tell me you walked all the way here. What, walked? I assume she took the bus outside her house. She ran? It's a 2-hour train ride. It was a 2-hour train ride, and you ran? What is that? You've been running for at least a day. Of course not, I ran. I can't, oh my. If it takes, that's what I'm saying, Phoenix. That's what I'm saying. I'm so glad they didn't just gloss over that. If it takes 2 hours by train, oh man, that's what I'm saying. You ever go into like Google Maps and you accidentally have it set to walking instead of driving and you're like, Jesus, it's gonna take 12 hours to get somewhere? And you're like, oh wait, that's walking, okay. Holy crap. Burley, what about the train?
Huh? What's a train?
No, okay, okay. 2-year-old MagicManMo knew what a train was, all right? She's 8. She knows what a frickin' train is. I took a train to the village. She knows what a train is. 2-year-old Mo was actually kind of obsessed with trains. We had in the village that I grew up in, we had a train that would run at the edge of town. It didn't ever stop, but it was a stop where old grain trains would come through and pick up stuff. Anyway, we had a train that would come by. I was obsessed with trains as a 2-year-old or whatever. She's 8. She knows what a train is. Get out of town. Pearl might have a big brain, but she's not that bright yet. No, she knows what a train is. That's crazy. I'm retconning that. She knows what a train is. I give up.
It's time, isn't it?
She is 8. Saying she's not bright. She is only 8, but she knows what a train is. Come on. I'm really scared. What if Von Karma tries to do something to me? We don't know who this person is yet, so I don't think you need to worry about that yet. At least I know Mr. Edgeworth would be nicer to me than Von Karma. Well, he's gone, Maya. I don't know where he is.
Mr. Edgeworth?
Okay, come on.
Who's that?
Edgeworth. It's a person you've never met yet. You know people exist that you've never met. Come on, Pearl, get with the program. He's Nick's rival, and he's also a friend and possible lover. Unrequited lover? Objection! I still remember him as though I'd seen him only yesterday. This is why Erica wanted us to get back into the game. This is your... And I guess, and Toffee, I suppose, apparently. Husbando to both of you. Every trial was a scorchingly fierce battle until the very end. It was always back and forth with them. Back and forth. Just two guys going back and forth. It was, but when you're rivals for life. Maya, please don't mention that name ever again. The name? Phoenix misses Edgeworth so bad, he doesn't even want his name mentioned in his proximity. He's about to openly weep. Huh? But why, Nick? I'm sorry, Maya. I forgot you don't know. He's gone. And a part of my heart is too. And he's never coming back. What? Wait a second. What's that supposed to mean?
Court will now commence shortly. Please proceed into the courtroom.
Okay. Let's go. Now's not the time to talk about that anyway. He'll be back. Edgeworth will be back. They can't just bring him up and then he'll never be back. He'll be back eventually. Maybe not in this case, but eventually. Nick? Or maybe in this case. I don't know. Maybe he'll come back in this case. But if not, we've got a long game still ahead of us. June 21st, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 2. Yeah, it's the lady from the art. Edgeworth, my beloved. Let's go. I don't have a husbando or waifu in this game. I have, you know what? The judge. Udgy judge over here can be the husbando. Court is now in session for the trial of Maya Fey. Are the prosecution and the defense prepared? It's the what was her? I don't know her name yet. ... What is with this kid? Kid? What do you mean kid? How old? Oh, how old does she? How old is she? ... She was 13 when she started prosecuting. We were told that, but we don't know how long ago that was. Ahem, Mr. Wright, are you prepared? Huh? Oh, yeah, yes, Your Honor. Why does he always seem mad at me? Okay, I have to commit to a voice. What's her voice? She and Maya are the same age? So she's like 18? She is young. Holy crap, I'm about to go toe-to-toe? Then again, that's not much younger than Phoenix. Would we say he was like 24? Well, I mean, that's like 6 years, but still. When you get to be elderly like I am, these are all children. These are all young people. I don't know. What should we do? I don't have a lot of lady voices. I don't want to do... Oh, wait, that's Morgan's voice. I can't do Morgan's voice. Female German accent. Oh, yeah, she spent time in Germany. What's a German... What's a German accent? I have a lot of German ancestry, but we all speak English. Like, my German ancestry was many generations ago. Many generations ago. Not many. 5? My grandmother's grandma, I think, came here from Germany. Was it her grandma or great-grandma? 4 or 5 generations? How does that math out? I don't know. Mr. Phoenix Wright. I don't know. I'm gonna find it. It's gonna change 7 times. Okay, just deal with it. Just roll with me. I need to Google. I need to go into YouTube and type German people talking and get an accent. You must be a little shocked because I'm a woman, correct? Hold on. So she's the famed successor to Prosecutor Von Karma? I am Franziska von Karma, the prodigy. Franziska? How do you say that in German? I don't know. I see. I know very little German. All right, I know very little. No, that voice is perfect? Okay. It will probably change until I get it figured out, but... whippersnappers! I gave up a promising career in Germany and came to this country for one sole reason. See, I think I already changed it. I think I already lost it. Franziska? All right, we got it. I'm going for it. Revenge. Is this about her father, Manfred von Karma? If it's something of a personal nature, I'm sure you can. Did she just whip the judge? That's not all you can whip if you want. No, I'm just... I'm talking. I gotta find that voice. It's in there somewhere. Why does she have a whip? That's a weapon. You can't have a whip in court. Oh, Mo. Dude, it was right there. She's got a weapon. You can't bring a whip into court. You'll scare too many people. If you interrupt again, My whip will do the speaking for me. Please speak with your mouth like a normal person, I beg of you. She whipped me! Make no mistake, I will defeat you! Prepare to go down, Mr. Phoenix Wright! Prosecutor Von Karma, your opening statement, please. Those of Von Karma blood have only one fate, and that is perfection! The defendant, Maya Fey, will find no escape from her guilt on my watch. Very well. What is the defense's position? Your Honor, does the defense wish to enter a plea of not guilty? Yes. The foolish fool who foolishly dreams of foolish dreams. 10 minutes. I give the defense 10 minutes before it changes its plea. That's right. I'll have you running for the justified self-defense plea in no time. I don't know what I'm doing with my voice right now. Justified self-defense? I mean, from being whipped, maybe. A plea usually reserved for when a person unintentionally kills in defense of themselves. I don't think that's what we're going for, though. It sounds like she wants us to go for that, which would still be murder and or manslaughter. I don't know if they have manslaughter in this game, but like usually if you accidentally kill someone, I think it falls. I'm not a lawyer. In the same way I'm not a doctor, I'm not a lawyer, but it usually falls in that sort of camp. On my knees begging for mercy, Your Honor. Oh God. Oh God. We could very easily make a solid case for that. It was self-defense, but the defense stands by the plea of not guilty, Your Honor. Because to plead justified self-defense is to say you did kill someone. Right, that's what I was thinking. It's still killing someone. How foolish. If that's how you want to play it, Mr. Phoenix Wright, then I shall now call the first witness. She's just as scary as her father. Like father, like daughter, I suppose. Yeah, Lord knows. Lord knows the influence that man would have had on her. Witness, your name and occupation.
Yes, sir. My name is Dick Gumshoe. I'm a detective at the local precinct.
I'll get to the point already. I think I'm slowly accidentally slipping towards French. I think I'm accidentally getting worse and worse. Explain to the court the details of this murder.
Yes, sir. If everyone would please look at this map. Every time I do, it makes me laugh. The channeling chamber has no windows and the door was locked shut.
Yes, Phoenix's position after all. Yikes. Okay, yeah, so this is the screen. I like that you drew the screen, because we really need to know what was behind that screen. We've not been allowed to investigate that. It's too dark, but it's like, come on.
At the time of the murder, only the victim and the defendant were in the room.
What were they doing in there?
They were channeling a spirit, sir.
Channeling a spirit? That's quite the look of disbelief there, Your Honor.
Ahem. Anyway, a few minutes after the channeling started, gunshots were heard coming from inside the room, sir. A few of the witnesses broke the door down and rushed into the room.
A few of the witnesses? It was me. It was all Phoenix. Phoenix went Super Saiyan 4 and buckled down that door. And that's when they found that the victim was already dead, correct? I believe this is one of the most open and shut cases I have ever presided over. Really? You're old. You've seen a lot of cases. Floor plans added to the court record. All right, that's the crime scene. All right, we've got that now. So, how was the victim killed?
I was about to get to that.
Presumably by the gunshots, but also Gumshoe told us that he was stabbed too, so kind of multiple things, right?
Stop wasting my time then.
Witness testimony, cause of death.
The direct cause of death was a pistol shot to the forehead, sir.
So do we actually have the pistol? I've been wanting to see it.
The shot was fired from point-blank range. But before the victim was shot, sir, he was stabbed in the chest. The wound was very severe, but not enough to cause instantaneous death. The murderer used the pistol to finish the victim off after the stabbing.
Which seems like a lot of overkill, to be honest, but... So the victim was stabbed before being shot. Because you would think if the murderer was Maya, if Maya was the murderer and she had a knife and a gun, if she had both things, why would she do the knife first, you know? And again, I'm not entirely convinced the gun wasn't brought in by, again, Maya didn't have a gun, we know that. But like, did the gun come in with Dr. Gray? Or was the gun planted there by like Morgan or somebody? We don't actually know for sure.
This is the victim's autopsy report, sir.
We don't know yet for sure how the gun got in there. Autopsy report added to the court record. Dr. Gray's autopsy report. After being stabbed in the chest, he was shot in the forehead at point blank.
The judge accepts it into evidence, Mr. Wright. You may question the witness.
Cross-examination. Cause of death. We're gonna press everything. I don't think I have any evidence to present yet, but we're gonna press everything.
The direct cause of death was a pistol shot to the forehead, sir.
The murder weapon, Detective Gumshoe. Whose pistol was it?
It was the victim's.
Okay, there we go. We've got our answer now. Officially, we have our answer. The victim? Now, why would he have a pistol? Who cares? The point that you're missing is whose fingerprints are on that pistol. If you're not already paying attention to that, then I suggest you start.
Fingerprints? There were fingerprints?
I mean, obviously.
Along with the victims. The defendant, Maya Faze, were also on the grip, sir.
Okay.
So the defendant's fingerprints were left on the murder weapon.
I walked right into her hands there. Her objection. You're not allowed to make her your waifu.
The shot was fired from point-blank range.
Oops. I meant to press that. Go backwards. Fingerprints can be planted? I don't know about easily, though. The only way we could have, like, someone could have planted fingerprints is if someone was in there before us. And we know Morgan was in the meditation room with us. So if someone planted it, it wouldn't be Morgan. I doubt it would be Pearl. Oh, Innie? That thought hadn't crossed my mind yet, but maybe Innie. Ooh. But we know she was sleeping in the side room. Kind of? We'll continue. I'm not sure. Point blank, huh? So about how far away is that? How far away is .0? 0 points, 0 distance.
It's anywhere between 12 to 20 inches away.
I mean, that's .12 and .20 in my opinion, but whatever. That's a really narrow window. 12 to 20? What if I'm at 6 inches? Is that point negative? What the? Why 12 to 20? And how do you know he was shot at point blank? Tisk of Mr. Phoenix Wright. I grow tired of the foolish foolery of the foolish fools of this foolish country. What is this manner of speaking? I mean, I love the alliteration. She's got my heart for the alliteration, but what is this? Excuse me? Gunpowder burn. I'm sorry? Gunpowder burn? When something is shot from point blank, a burn area is left around the bullet hole.
Gunpowder exploding is what makes a bullet fire, and that gets real hot, pal. And there were definitely some gunpowder burns left on the victim's forehead.
Wow, never knew that. Live and learn, I guess. Okay.
But before the victim was shot, sir, he was stabbed in the chest.
Stabbed? And what was he stabbed with?
A fruit knife.
Okay. I was just thinking for a second. I'm like, does that mean anything to me? Not yet. I don't think.
I see. And whose knife was it? It looks like it belongs to the Fae's, sir. And of course, Maya Fae's fingerprints are all over it. All over it, huh?
Oh, goodness. This does not look good. What will you do now, Mr. Phoenix Wright? I will press the next statement, is what I'm gonna do.
The wound was very severe, but not enough to cause instantaneous death.
How severe was the wound?
If it had been half an inch more to the right, it would have hit the victim's heart. After a stab like that, it's impossible to fight back, let alone stand.
This testimony makes it sound like Maya had stabbed him with the intent to kill.
The murderer used the pistol to finish the victim off after the stabbing.
Are you sure he was stabbed first, then shot?
Yep, sure as sure can be. One look at the wounds and you'd come to the same conclusion too, pal.
A fool is a fool. Again with the foolery. A fool is a fool who will only listen to the foolish opinions of other foolish fools. A pistol shot to the forehead at point blank is certainly enough to kill instantly. Does it matter then which was first? Think a little more before you open that big mouth of yours, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Ugh, what a pain.
That's enough. We have clearly established how the victim was murdered. I brought the 2 murder weapons with me today. Very well, the court accepts them into evidence.
Pistol, murder weapon, was Gray's. 2 shots fired, bears Maya's and Gray's fingerprints. But we don't know what happened to the second shot. Like, 1 shot to the noggin, but where's the other shot? I'm hearing a lot about shots to the forehead, but only the 1. Where's the other? Knife added to the court record. Knife, murder weapon, a small fruit knife, belongs to the Fae's, bears Maya's fingerprints. Okay. The date and time of death was June 19th at 3:15 p.m. Wait a second, where's the bullet? That's what I'm saying. One of the bullets must be in or through the forehead, but there's gotta be another one, right? We gotta get back to that screen, the screen with the bullet hole in it. Date and time of death, June 19, 3:15. Eyewitnesses claim to have heard 2 gunshots at this time.
And 2 murder weapons, both with the defendant's fingerprints on them, huh? This does seem like an open and shut case.
Naturally. This is going from bad to worse. As if the summary just now wasn't oversimplifying things to the extreme. Your Honor, feel free to slam that little gavel of yours. After all, there is no room left for doubt, is there?
That is quite true, Mr. Wright.
Yes?
Even in the face of all this, do you still wish to plead not guilty? It's the opinion of this court that if you do not adjust your plea, you stand to lose.
See, not just as I promised, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You would change your plea in less than 10 minutes.
What will you do, Mr. Wright? Will you change to justified self-defense? Because now would be the time to do so. This is your final chance.
This is a huge decision. I'd better think this through all the way. No, if anyone has motive to kill Mr. Gray, it's Innie Minnie. She did it somehow. We don't know how yet. I don't have enough evidence. Not guilty. Not guilty. Maya didn't do it. Not even possessed Maya. No, sir. If we plead justified self-defense, we would basically be confessing to murder. After the trial, Maya's life would be ruined and she'd be labeled a murderer. I can't let that happen. Your Honor,
have you reached a conclusion, Mr. Wright?
The defense will not change its plea. We will accept nothing short of complete acquittal. Ow! Ow, you whipped my hand! You'll have sealed your fate, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Detective?
Yes, sir?
Present the final portion of your testimony, the final strike.
Yes, sir.
Now see here, proceedings are run by... Eek! Someone needs to take that thing away from her. She's a menace. Oh yes, of course. Go ahead, detective, and give your testimony. I think the court would like to hear about the other piece of incriminating evidence. Incriminating estimates? Evidence. Witness testimony.
Sorry, pal, but there's even more incriminating piece of evidence. This is the costume the defendant was wearing at the time of the crime. As you can see, it's covered in blood. The defendant attacked and killed a person who, without a doubt, was not fighting back.
So this is the costume. There certainly is evidence of a back spray of blood on this. Well, in theory, they should have been facing each other, so, well, okay, I get it.
This piece of evidence links Maya Fey to the crime, sir.
I see. The court accepts this into evidence. Maya's costume added to the court record. Clothes Maya was wearing at the time of the murder, there are blood splatters on it. True, but still, if someone else shot Dr. Gray, the back splatter still would have hit Maya, so it by itself is really not enough. All right, Mr. Wright. Maya's fingerprints on both murder weapons and blood splatters on her clothes. Could this situation get any worse? I mean, it could. It could get worse. Maya could have just actually done it, but... What's wrong? You seem to be at a loss. I think this is the last piece of testimony the prosecution should have to offer. Feel free to sulk off with your tail between your legs, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Hey! Member for 9 months! Wait, what? Wait. Didn't you just do this, like, yesterday? Or was that 2 days? Hold, deja vu? Still not enough months, but hey, thank you for whatever just happened. I appreciate that. Derica. She's Mo's wife. Yeah, back off. Wait, I mean, no, she's not. Yeah, Gumshoe's calling her sir. I think it's a title of respect, I guess. Like Johnny Bravo said, Mama always told me about girls like her. I was hoping she was right. Hoo-ha, hoo, do the monkey with me. Continuing. Please stop calling me by my full name. It's disturbing. Cross-examination, incriminating evidence.
Sorry, pal, but there's an even more incriminating piece of evidence.
Oops, I thought I hit press. I missed. I did this before. I know I can hit Q, and that would be more reliable. I'm just lazy. Why didn't you say so in your testimony earlier?
You're kind of scary today, you know, pal?
Dude, I'm scary every day. I'm terrifying. Weep before me, for I am fear itself. Come now, Mr. Wright. There's no need for that kind of attitude in my court. Well, shut up. Oh, all right, just please stop glaring at me like that. I'm scaring even the judge.
This is the costume the defendant was wearing at the time of the crime.
Maya's costume?
Yeah, she was wearing this when we arrested her.
Maya, she's wearing her channeling costume today too. Is she not allowed to wear anything else? Yeah, we only ever see Maya in the same outfit. That might literally be all she owns. She's gotta have at least one Steel Samurai t-shirt somewhere, surely.
As you can see, it's covered in blood.
Oops. All right, back up. I want to press that. There's blood on the costume.
Lab results show that it is the victim's blood.
Yeah.
So there is blood from the victim on the defendant's clothes.
Definitely not good. So were there any other clues you could glean from this piece of evidence?
Well,
Objection! If you must have changed the topic, then the good detective here must testify again. But it's too bad, not enough time. Let's move on.
yes, Ms. Von Karma is perfectly correct.
I don't care how many times he has to change his testimony. And now even the judge is on her side. The judge is always on the prosecution's side. Like literally every case, like every single time. But if I bite off more than I can chew here, what should I do? Keep going. I'm not gonna let it go. Do I look like the kind of guy to let it go? I like to let it stew. I really like to like needle in there. Really like to push the button, you know? Really exacerbate the problem. Why is Ms. Von Karma suddenly putting up resistance? There must be a reason as to why she suddenly threw an objection like that. I said that in the weird, an objection, not an objection, an objection. There must be something about this costume. Oh! Is it the hole in the sleeve? Maybe. Is that the second gunshot? That doesn't make a lot of sense. But we do need to figure out where the second gunshot went. I need to show you guys the map. But the thing is, so like in the room, we had Maya here and Dr. Gray, I forgot his name for a second. Dr. Gray here. If there was a bullet hole, see, here's the thing. It was supposed to be at point blank. If there's a bullet hole in the screen that's over here, down low, right? I initially thought the bullet maybe came from the screen, kind of like someone was hiding behind the screen and shooting up at the victim or something. But if we can confirm that it was point blank, then if Maya's here, Dr. Gray is here, at some point in time, Dr. Gray must have got turned around and someone behind Dr. Gray needed to shoot down at Dr. Gray. One of them missed, hit Maya's sleeve, and went through the screen. The second shot, because why else would you shoot twice? The first one must have missed. The second shot must have hit Dr. Gray in the forehead and killed him. After Dr. Gray had probably turned around from after being stabbed, Maya maybe still did the stabbing. But the math ain't mathin', you're right. The math isn't mathing, right? We need to figure out the trajectory of these bullets. It doesn't make sense. Doesn't something seem like it's missing? Well, I mean, a couple things are missing. I mean, this is just her, like, jacket, coat, robe thing. She's usually got, like, that white undershirt robe thing and, you know, her necklace. So, like, there's articles of clothing missing. I'm more focused on this bullet hole thing down here. That's what I'm trying to figure out. All right, we'll continue. I just have to look harder.
Mr. Wright, Ms. Von Karma's logic is perfect. There is no way for you to poke a hole in it.
We were just talking about a hole, dude. It looks like my time is up. So about the costume, there is one little thing, one little hole that I can poke. Thank you very much. I'm very good at poking holes. These fingers were made for poking, and holes is just what they'll poke. I don't know about that one. Your Honor, actually there is something very wrong with this piece of evidence.
Well, what? What are you talking about, pal?
Yeah, she knows. She knows where I'm going with this. She's waiting.
Well, where is this problem you're talking about?
I've come this far. There's no turning back now. The problem I have with this piece of evidence is here. Hang on. Go over here. Right there. The hole. That's I'm not looking at anything else. It's the hole. I asked the court to please take a look at the sleeve of this costume.
The sleeve? Oh, there's a tiny hole there. A hole? But that wasn't in the report.
Didn't you write the report? You were the detective on the scene.
Hold on. What's this around the hole? It smells faintly of gunpowder.
I love to imagine we handed it, the jacket, the robe or whatever to the judge, and he's just like, Judge, what are you doing? Sniffing the robe, you freak.
Gunpowder? No one ever told me.
Well, you're the detective, dude.
A hole that smells of gunpowder.
It looks like I've found the hole I was looking for. Your Honor, the only logical conclusion you can make is that it must be a bullet hole. Here we go. We're on the right track. Yeah, we're onto a winner.
Order, order, order. This is a very grave matter. It's best we correct the court record first before anything else.
Maya's costume updating the court record. Maya's costume clothes Maya's wearing at the time of the murder. Press the check button for details. That is the most on-the-nose thing I have ever seen.
Sorry about that. I guess we messed up, sir.
Hold that thought. I'm gonna check the court record right now. Why wait? Why do tomorrow what you can do today? All right, so I need to... Oh, can I not do like the magnifying glass? Okay, never mind. I thought maybe we could check it. The thing is, like, Case 5 in Game 1 introduces features that maybe actually aren't even in Game 2. I don't even know. Poked holes are us. I don't know about that one. What? Huh? Is she actually smiling? Find yourself someone who looks at you like this. That's all I'm. What are you? That's all I'm saying. What else is she hiding? Pull yourself together, detective. That tiny hole doesn't change a thing. The strength of the evidence still holds. Continue with your testimony that just now was a fluke, nothing more. I object! How can you say something like that? This is a huge oversight.
While I agree it is a mistake on the part of the police, what Prosecutor Von Karma has said is true. The evidence still stands. If you do not find a more definitive problem with the evidence, then...
No way!
Detective Gumshoe, please continue with your testimony. Yes, sir.
How was the body found?
The defendant attacked and killed a person who, without a doubt, was not fighting back.
Well, yeah, because he'd been stabbed. Yeah, I know Case 5 was made after, but we played it right before this. That's what I'm saying. We played it right before this, so I don't, I don't know how the check mechanics are gonna work in this game, because we played Case 5, and it's kind of special. No, that's literally what I'm saying. We're on the same page. We're on the same page. He was fighting back. How do you know? Oh, I'm sorry. He wasn't fighting back? How do you know if he wasn't?
We could find no evidence that the victim put up any sort of struggle, pal. So did the murderer have a fight with the victim or not? Depending on this, the circumstances around the murder changed drastically.
Ugh, we're in real trouble now. If only I had something to prove that the victim did fight back. That Von Karma, she thinks she can decide the verdict with this testimony alone. Well, I'll find a critical contradiction somehow, and then I'll have her. Oh, I'll have her, all right. I'm sorry. All right, pal. Okay, so what evidence do we have? Do we present? We gotta present maybe an idea that they were fighting back. I still have the folding screen with a bullet hole in it. I would love to present that. The question is now the time to do it? Mo's wife? I don't have waifus. What are you talking about? That's some sort of weeb nonsense. As soon as that whip came out, shake my head. SMH my head, shake my head, shake my head twice. All right. So do we do the folding screen now? Or is there something else? Especially now that I have to consider profiles. There might be a oh dude. Have we looked at her profile yet? Franziska von Karma, age 18. Yeah, no, that's what you guys were telling me. Became a prosecutor in Germany at age 13, which is insane. A prodigy who has never known defeat. Okay. Oh man, she's 8. I know, that's what I was saying. I was like, what? Apparently she started prosecuting at 13. That's insane. That's crazy. All right, we got Lotta. We got died in a car accident 1 year ago. I don't think it's time to present any profiles. I'm just kind of refreshing my memory here a little bit. I don't think it's a profile though. I think we need evidence. Yeah, it might be screen time. How old is Nick? I think we decided 24. We don't have a profile for him, but we think 24. Yeah, the consensus seems to be 24. All these young people with their lives ahead of them, top of their game. Me and Gumshoe, we would be drinking buddies. I want to go to the bars with Gumshoe. That's my husbando right there. Is Gumshoe. Yeah, he's kind of dumb, but it's kind of funny. Mia Fey deceased. Okay. Yeah, no, Maya's older sister. She was a top-notch lawyer and my mentor. And I know it's not funny, but like, you know, like we went age 18, 23. Oh, I guess Mimi said deceased too. I just didn't notice. Okay. I just didn't even notice. Okay, never mind. I'm just crazy. It's not funny, but it's funny. Shut up. And friend forever. Yeah, we were tight with Mia. I really did think it was gonna be Phoenix and Mia. I really believed that at the beginning of this series. I really believed that. Phoenix was born in 92. Is that because I don't know what year these games came out because I'm playing them way later, obviously. Is that true? Phoenix and I are way closer than in age, actually, like IRL age. Nick is getting beat by a millennial. Is that what generate? No. Well, if Phoenix if he was born in 92, 24, and she's 18, 6 years difference. So she would actually be IRL, like a 98 baby, right? Like 1998, which is like one of the older Generation Z. That would be one of the older Z people. I don't know what Zillennial, like the in-between, I don't know what the range is for Zillennial, but 1998 would be on the older side for Gen Z. She'd be a Gen Z, she'd be a Zoomer. Maya and Fran are Zoomers, yeah. Yeah, Maya would be, because she's, oh yeah, Maya's the same age, right? Yeah, she's the same age, so she'd be a Zoomer too. I told you, LOL. Sometimes I read comments out of order. I do these things. Trying to figure it out myself. I don't remember the case entirely. Yeah. That's worse for Nick. He's getting humiliated. We're not getting humiliated. She's very confident, and the judge is clearly on her side. But we're holding firm. We're holding it together. I did get distracted though. I do think it's an evidence. Is now? I mean, not necessarily on this message, but is now the time for the screen? Obviously, it's not time for the badge or the newspaper. Eventually, the newspaper connecting Mimi to all of this is going to be important. It's just not important now, I don't think. This is the diagram. Oh, no, wait, that's the wrong diagram. That's just the house. This is the diagram I was talking about earlier. Oh, it doesn't show the victim and Maya. The victim should have been like right here-ish, and Maya would have been like over here-ish. And there's a bullet hole in the screen over here-ish, which tells me that someone was standing over here-ish and shot the victim over here. That's what I'm thinking. He's literally getting whipped. Well, I mean, everybody's getting whipped, okay? The judge is getting whipped, but you know, he's still in charge. You can get whipped and still be in charge. I don't know if that sounds like just denial or... What have you guys done to my stream? What are we talking about? It was the victim's gun. Yeah, it was the victim's gun. That's why I think it might be possible. It might be possible. Here's my working theory so far. Maya's body gets taken over by the spirit of Mimi, right? And maybe Maya did have that fruit knife on her. And maybe she did stab Dr. Gray. But that's not what killed him. The gunshots did. And I think Minnie was actually in the room somehow. Somebody did. But I'm going to throw it out there. Working theory. Minnie was in here and actually grabbed the gun from Dr. Gray while he was turned around. And as Dr. Gray stabbed, tried to flee Maya. He would have turned around to try to escape Maya, who was being possessed by Mimi with a knife. He would have turned around and tried to run. When he turned around, would have popped actually. One shot missed, hit Maya's sleeve and went into that screen, and the second shot finished the job. That's what I think happened. That's my working theory. It's my working theory. It could be wrong. It could be wrong. Hang on. Okay, so let's go through his statements. Sorry, pal, but there's an even more incriminating piece of evidence. This is the costume the defendant was wearing at the time of the crime. As you can see, it's covered in blood. The defendant attacked and killed a person who, without a doubt, was not fighting back. I think this is the point, the not fighting back part. We gotta present that. That's the part that is the most sus. Nice theory, Mo. That's my working theory so far. Let's take notes. All my notes are in my brain. And my brain has about as much holes as Swiss cheese. So we'll see how far this working theory takes us. God, I want to present the screen so bad. Is that too obscure though? Do I present the gun because it's Gray's gun? Because because that's the other... Objection! That's the other question. How did Maya, if Maya's being accused, right? How did Maya acquire the gun if there was no fight? Mia already told us that Maya couldn't have been possessed. She wouldn't have been able to dream, remember? No, I did not take it that way. I took it that was not a dream. I took that was a... When Mia said that mediums can't dream, I took it that what Maya experienced was a memory of Mimi. That's how I took that. Save scrum? Oh, we don't do that here. Tune into... Was it yesterday's stream? Which stream was it? I have no sense of time. Which stream was it where I refused to save scum and then I had to restart because I screwed up? I refuse. It should be a Francisca objection spell. I need an objection. I need a hold it. I need all of them. Yeah, no, I took that differently. I took that different. I see what you're saying. But I didn't take that as her not being possessed. I'm under the working theory that she was possessed. So if she wasn't ever possessed, yeah, you're flirting with... I don't know how this works out, but you're flirting with spoilers if she was not possessed. I have no evidence on her not being possessed so far. More Ace Attorney spell. We do. I need to take that. I need to hold it. We already have an objection. We could do other objections. That seems a little bit, it seems like much, but... I could make it so the objection spell does one of them randomly. Oh, I don't know how to do that, but if I can do that, that would be kind of fun. That would be kind of fun. There might be a way to do that. I just don't know how off the top of my head. We were also told, speaking of Mia though, Korjan brings up a good point. Talking about Mia. The key is the key. Is there a way I can use this? Maybe not yet. Maybe not yet. We do have to remember that Mia did tell us that the key will be the key. But I don't think so yet. Yeah, not yet. Not yet. We gotta hold on to that. How do you make spells? It's the bot. Botboy Berry. When you command a spell, Botboy Berry plays a sound effect on my computer. Actually, it used to be on my computer. It's actually in the cloud now, but that's semantics. Most people would have banned me. Korjan, I want you to know I love you. I appreciate you. I know you're a big fan. You know too much for your own good. You know too much. You just know too much. This stream have a no. You can talk. No, you can talk. No, you're just too excited. You know too much. You're too excited. You just know too much. You were trying to help. You were trying to help. No, I get it. I appreciate you. I still want to go with what was your clue even trying to say though? Now that it's out in the open, couldn't have been possessed. She wouldn't have been able to dream. I don't know how that helps me now. I don't know how that helps me. Yeah, don't feel bad. I'm giving you a lot of crap right now, but you just you just know too much. Your clue was how Mia's saying sounded to you. I mean, that's fair. I didn't take it that way. But maybe someone knocked out Maya? Maybe. Which again, it would kind of come down to who did it, which would probably be Mimi. Because again, we were with Morgan. So it couldn't be Morgan. And who else was in the room? We were with Morgan and somebody else, weren't we? Was it Pearl? Who were we in the room with? It was Morgan. Was it just us and Morgan? It might have been just us and Morgan. So it wasn't Morgan, which is why I think it's Mimi. But I don't think I have evidence, right? You figured out the contradiction? I feel like I want to do the folding screen. I just don't know if now's the right time. Okay. The key thing here is the fighting back. What's the autopsy say? A slight hint? You know what? I'll take a slight hint. You know what? I'll let you redeem yourself. I'll let you redeem yourself. I think for fighting back, there's Maya's and Gray's fingerprints, but he owned the gun, so that's not that weird. I could see this in multiple ways. If Gray didn't fight back, then something we just discovered shouldn't exist. I assume the gun, right? Because if he never fought back, he would have never pulled the... Someone had to bring the gun into play. I think I'm in agreement. So is it the gun we go with? Because we did talk about that earlier. If you're Maya and you're possessed by a spirit and you pull a knife and you stab a man, why would the gun ever come into play? Either Gray had to pull the gun or someone else did. You missed Thirsty Thursday? I mean, it might be back. We did 2 weeks of it. Why would Gray bring a gun? I mean, that's a very good question. It's got to be the gun, though. Gotta strap up. Listen, I'm from Illinois, and if you've ever been to Chicago, there's one thing you need to know. If you're gonna go to a channeling, you gotta strap up. It's America, right to bear arms. America! F yeah! USA! So it might be the gun. You know what? I think I'm gonna go with the gun. Based on your clue, and based on our train of thought, sooner or later, I want to bring up this screen. I just don't think it's now. The gun makes sense. If you're murdering someone and you're committed to stabbing, a gun wouldn't have come into play. But it did, so that's gotta be it. What piece of evidence did I just learn about? I assume the clothes, right? The clothes. But I don't think the clothes don't really indicate a fight though, right? Because the idea is that it's bloody because of the back splatter. So when she's stabbed and shot, in theory, if Maya stabbed and then shot Dr. Gray, then there would have been blood coming out of his body. That's the current working theory, right? I mean, the current alleged theory. All right, I think I'm gonna go with the gun. Check the costume again. I know we brought up the hole. Oh, is that it? Do we just need to bring up the, okay, you know what? This is not fair. They tricked me. Is it just because we already talked about the hole, so I just need to bring it up again? They tricked me. We already talked about this. I just need to talk about it again, right? Okay, that makes sense. I had already put this away in my brain because we already brought it up. But I guess I just need to bring it up again. Is that what that makes sense? That actually makes more sense than the gun. I'm willing. The problem is, I'm such an overthinker. I can take all of this stuff, any one of these pieces of evidence, and I can walk down like a journey. I can walk down a theory. You know what I mean? But this game likes to screw me over with its own narrow line of thinking. Okay, let's go with that. That makes sense to me. I'm okay with that. That makes sense. I was enjoying watching the cogs in your brain work. All the evidence is related. You know, it's all related. And we already brought up the gunshot, so I didn't think I needed to do it again. All right. Detective Dick Gumshoe. I don't know. I gave him his whole government name.
Yes? Having you call me by my full name is kind of a weird feeling. That's what I'm saying.
Full government. Your full government name. You said that my client killed a person who, without a doubt, was not fighting back.
Yeah, I did.
Then what, may I ask, is the bullet hole you police overlooked supposed to mean?
What does it mean?
I'll tell you what it means. It means that the victim had fired off a shot. Oh, is this what it means to not fight back? Dude. I didn't even suggest that. I didn't even think about the victim firing a shot, a scuffle, and then getting shot. That wasn't even on my radar. But that's reasonable. That is a reasonable thing to say. Crazy when things click. Very, very much. In the anime, Manfred calls Gumshoe Richard Gumshoe. Dick, for whatever reason, is short for Richard. I don't know why. I'm sure that was because of ratings. Richard Gumshoe.
Ah, you're right. It seems you are correct. If the victim had tried to shoot the defendant, then it would change everything.
All right, the wind seems to be shifting. Someone's breaking wind, and it's not me. Huh. What is with that "are you finished yet" laugh? What is that? Are you finished yet, Mr. Phoenix, Wright?
Ms. Von Karma?
It seems that Maya Fey was shot at by the victim. However, that is only grounds enough to support a justified self-defense plea. She's really leaning on that, but we're not buying it.
That is correct.
But I'm sure you remember, Your Honor, what the defense clearly said. They rejected justified self-defense defense and pleaded not guilty.
Ah! Now that you... Why, that's right.
Bah! which means the defense has yet to prove anything at all. No! No, look, we're working on it. We're working on it, okay? Well, yes, that's true. Oh no, what did you say? I just looked over and saw the messages deleted. What did you say? You've upset the bot. I do need to tweak the bot settings probably a little bit. We're a little bit looser with language than we used to be. So Lord knows what he got triggered by. That's funny. That's funny. Barry, OMG. She said, oh, what, die? Was it die? That's... I tried to look at the message. It's funny because like Dick and Gumshoe are both names for detectives, so his name is Detective. Oh, I wonder if does Botboy Barry censor the word dick? Oh, maybe. I need to look into that. I'll look into that because that might be it. That might be it. Yeah, like I guess. That is kind of funny. Detective. That is kind of funny. Because that's what a gumshoe is. You're right. You're absolutely right. I'll look into the bot, by the way. I'll have to do that later. Just the fact that there is a bullet hole in the costume is not enough to substantiate even a plea of justified self-defense. Huh? How so? Pow, huh? Don't they just stand there? Hurry up and tell the court what transpired that day. With the new information we acquired added in, of course. Barry hates... Don't worry, he hates everybody equally. Don't worry. He hates everybody. There's a lot of stuff in Barry that I need to work on. He has so many updates that need made. Huh? You mean by myself? You want me to put together the scenario all by myself? Ah! She really do be whipping it. Whip it good. Whip it real good. Yes, sir. Right away, sir. All right, we got a new testimony to observe. What transpired? Not like the perspired we're all doing in here waiting to get whipped. During the channeling, the defendant saw her chance to stab the victim in the chest. Of course, the victim used the last of his strength to fight back, sir. While the two were fighting, the victim took out his gun. The victim took a shot, but because they were too close, he missed. He fired and he missed, so he fired again. The defendant then picked up on the opening, took the victim's gun, and it... I don't know if you guys... I'm sorry, I distracted myself. I don't know if you guys have ever seen the Game Grumps fired and missed sequence. There's animations of it. I remember watching that. Shoot, that wasn't a point-and-click game. That was one of the Nancy Drew games, I think. I remember watching... That was years ago now. I remember watching that and losing my absolute gourd. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that. I recommend it. The defendant then picked up on the opening, took the victim's gun, and ended it. This scenario you have put together does make sense. Yes, sir. Well, Mr. Wright... On the surface, it does seem to make sense. However, I won't give up that easily. I just looked over and realized I'm getting ... Shut up! Barry doesn't hate me because we all know Barry's and Derica are a good You know what? I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna program Barry to specifically prioritize everything Derica says. Confusion. I love inside recurring. This is true. I need Barry every now and again just to be like, oh my god, I love Derica so much, and I wish he would take me home, and we should be married. I was gonna say married, then I almost said wed, I almost said med. I couldn't decide. However, I won't give up that easily. Please refrain from glaring at me like that. Now then, your cross-examination, please. What transpired? During the channeling, the defendant saw her chance to stab the victim in the chest. Hold it! There is quite a difference in height between Dr. Gray and the defendant. Add in body strength, and it seems unlikely the defendant could have stabbed the victim. Now that you mention it, yeah, I guess. See, yeah, Dick was coming around. If I keep saying Dick, is YouTube gonna censor me when the stream ends? It's a real name, YouTube. So far, we've been good. You think you can get away with such flimsy reasoning, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Maya Fey was in the middle of channeling, was she not? Nah. When channeling with the Kurain channeling technique, the medium physically changes. Oh, so she knows about this. She knows too much. With the nurse's build, the defendant could have easily been a match for the doctor. I don't believe it. She even studied up on the Kurain channeling technique. I don't have a whip. Should I get a belt that I can like swing around just to you know, reenact it? Like I said before, I am perfect. Yeah, you are. I mean, no, you're not. We're gonna crack some code. We're gonna figure this out. We'll find a weakness in your walls. About what you were talking about. I didn't quite get it. I'm having way too much fun. Never mind. Let's continue with the testimony. Of course, the victim used the last of his strength to fight back, sir. Hold it. So he was stabbed, but the stab wound didn't kill him. But if you think about the blood loss, he was probably hurt pretty bad. How badly hurt would you say he was? Actually, I went to give blood the other day. This feels unrelated, but continue. And afterward, I felt a little lightheaded and dizzy. I guess the damage was maybe about 10 times the dizziness. Whip-ah! No words, just whips. No words, just whips. It sounds like a good time. Sorry. While the two were fighting, the victim took out his gun. Where in the world did that pistol come from? That's what I want to know. Where did the pistol come from? Make no words, just whips into merge. It would be, for 99% of my video watching audience, that would be so left field. It would be pretty funny. Like, there's such a small portion of you that watch live, and a much larger portion that watch the VODs or videos, but not every VOD, you know what I'm saying? That would be so funny. People would be like, what? My Inca Games crowd would be like, what? Huh? It looks like the victim, Dr. Gray, had specifically bought it for that day. Wait, what? Hold the phone. He bought it that day? Or for that day? Wait, hang on. No, that seems crucial. That's crazy. But a handgun? He got it off the black market about 2 days before the murder. That's how you know this game takes place in Japan. In America, you don't need to go to the black market to pick up a handgun. I can drive down to Walmart right now and get, well, okay. I'm in Illinois. I can't do it right now. I don't have my FOID. Well, no, that's for concealed carry. Do I need it to buy? I own a sword. Anyway, you can go to the Walmart and pick up a gun. We have a Dick's Sporting Goods. Speaking of Dick Gumshoe, we have a Dick's Sporting Goods. You can get a gun there. Anyway, why did Dr. Gray bring a gun? Was he taking precautions against something? The victim took a shot, but because they were too close, he missed. What you do? Had this been mentioned? What, the sword? Oh yeah, it's not with me, unfortunately. I would show you, but no, I don't have it with me. It's in storage. It's currently in storage in a box at my parents' house, in my closet in the old room that I used to have. No, I've mentioned it before. It's a little, oh, I just lost the word. It's a little Japanese stabby sword. It's a little self-defense stabbing sword. It's about like that long. It's like longer than a knife, but shorter than like a sword. Katana? No. Those are like, those are big. Those are long. No. No. So you're saying that the bullet hole in this costume was made then?
Sorry, pal, but yeah, that's what I think. The two of them were already fighting when a shot was fired.
There we go. We came around to the part where it couldn't have been without a fight. Maya, I'm really glad you weren't hurt. Yeah, she's nervous. She knows too much is coming out, but she doesn't want to say anything.
The defendant then picked up on the opening, took the victim's gun, and ended it.
Maya's never fired a gun before in her life. Oh, I thought that was a thought. No, Maya's never fired a gun in her life.
The victim had already taken off the safety.
Would she know how to do that? If a person has never fired a gun before, would they even know to check a safety? I kind of think not. I kind of don't think so.
With the safety off, even an amateur like you can fire it just by pulling the trigger.
Yeah, but how do you, so this is the thing. How do you know the safety was off before Maya got it? What if the safety was on, the murderer got the gun, knew how to use a gun, and deactivated the safety, you know, turned off the safety? Like, how do you know that the safety was already off before? How do you know that? That's crazy.
Even an amateur like you can fire it just by pulling the trigger.
Even me? I wonder, what would it feel like to fire a gun? Now do you understand? Van Karma's logic is perfect. His testimony certainly makes us look very bad. But there's gotta be a contradiction in there somewhere. Short like a Kandao? That's not the word that I know. Where's my hi? Welcome to the stream. Ryan, hi, welcome to the stream. You haven't said anything. Well, actually, I'm in top chat. Did you say something earlier and I missed it? I'm in top chat, not live chat, so sometimes I do miss chats, actually. I always forget about that. Anyway, welcome to the stream. Hi. Or, I don't know, a Shundout? No, hang on. Can I find the name real quick? Tonto. It's a Tonto. It's a Tonto. Anyway, because we're saying he fired first, right. Anyway, but there's gotta be a contradiction in there somewhere. And uncovering it is going to uncover the truth. I can feel it. Who are you calling? No, Tonto with an A. T-A-N-T-O. And I think the O might have an accent or something over it. Not Tonto. Not a Japanese sword is not gonna be called Tonto in Spanish. That's not that's not how that works. I can feel it.
During the channeling, the defendant saw her chance to
okay, so we're back to the beginning. Okay. So let's I've distracted myself with yapping with you guys. So let me re-evaluate our words here. Saw her chance to stab the victim in the chest, which I don't think we have anything against. The victim used the last of his strength to fight back, which is where we're at right now. Tontito? Would Tontito be like a little silly person? Like a little fool? Like a little silly man? That's what that sounds like to me, but I'm not Spanish speaking. Last of his strength to fight back. While the two were fighting, the victim took out his gun. Okay. The victim took a shot, but because they were too close, he missed. The missed part, I kind of want to... Well, the missed part doesn't... Yep. Silly little guy. I feel like a tontito most of the time. A silly little guy. The defendant then picked up on the opening, took the victim's gun, and ended it. See, this is the part that we actually have real issue with. Tonto also means much. Yeah. I think I know. I think I knew that. Now that you say it, I don't practice my Spanish enough. Te quieto tanto? What about te quieto más? I guess más would be like more, right? Maybe in that context. Anyway.
What do I have? Obviously, we've pressed on everything. The problem, okay, so the problem is the knife isn't really in question here. Stab, opening, shoot, shoot. And the current accusation is that because they were too close, that's why the miss happened. But how does Okay, no, that's right. I was gonna say, like, how does someone to overpower Dr. Gray and take his gun, but he had been stabbed, so he would be weak, so then she would overpower. Okay. I'm trying to play it out in my mind. This one's pretty... Yeah, this one feels... Care for a slight hint? Give me a second to think a little bit longer on this one, because I think this one's kind of tricky. I think you're right. This one's kind of tricky. Give me a second to think a little bit more about this one. The murder weapon, 2 shots fired, bears both their fingerprints, which now the current scenario is that they both had a chance to fire. But that kind of checks out. Stabbed in the chest and shot at point blank. But they're saying it was too close. Diagram with Dr. Gray firing first does feed into the idea that this is where the first shot strayed off to. So this doesn't help me yet. This might help me in the future when I have a chance to look back there. But I don't think this helps me yet. I don't think the newspaper clipping is going to help me until Innie gets dragged into this. I don't know if the newspaper clipping one will come into effect ever again, to be honest. This is the Fey Manor diagram. Yeah, I don't foresee that helping me right now. I don't foresee the Magatama helping me right now. The crime scene seems to check out as far as I'm aware. Is it a profile? Do I need to look at a profile of somebody? Because they were too close, he missed. This is the perfect moment to present the attorney's badge. Just in case y'all forgot, I am an attorney. I am a licensed defendant, defense attorney. I almost said defendant. I'm a licensed defendant. I'm always being accused of things. During the channeling, the defendant saw her chance to stab the victim in the chest. Is there a way for me to prove that she wouldn't have seen her chance? She would have been possessed and stuff? That might be a bit of a stretch. Especially in a court of law where we're gonna have to oops! I hit press instead of present, my bad. Objection. Well, you know what? She objects to- wait. Let me just start this over. She's gonna whip. Okay, maybe I should have just read this. I forgot that this was a long one. Hang on. What was the first thing I said, though? What was that? Difference in height. And body strength.
And then Gumshoe's like, yeah, that checks out. In the middle of a channeling, yeah. The Currain channeling technique physically changes. Okay. This is just when they talk about the build. So basically, we can't rely on size differences. But wait. If, hear me out, wait. If, okay. I'm getting an error. I don't know if YouTube is freaking out right now, so let me know if there's lag. But if Dr. Gray is this tall and Maya is this tall and Dr. Gray pulls a gun, he'll shoot down and miss the first shot and it goes to the screen. But if Maya was taller because she was Mimi in that moment, Gray shoots forward and the shot wouldn't have been that low in the screen. So, what if Maya at that point in time had not been channeling Mimi yet, and therefore was not changed? Is this the moment during the channeling? This is the moment during the channel. She saw her. Wait, yeah, right? Is this the moment we present the folding screen because it's too low if Maya had been taller and bigger? Maybe? Is that crazy? What do you guys think? Is that crazy? Am I on the right track? Is that crazy? I'll let you guys think for a second. I'll be right back. And I'll think for a second too. Okay. I've got no additional feedback. I think I'm gonna give it a shot. I think I'm gonna give it a shot. I don't know if now's the time to do it though. How dare you? You waited for me to sit down to shark me. Your impeccable timing. Is now the time to do it? Because that's where they talk about height. That's your feedback.
I got that
Fana in my system. I mean, I can afford to take a hit once, I suppose. Darn, this is not it. This evidence clearly reveals the no, I'm not even gonna read it. Yeah, what's your hint? What you got for me? What you got? I feel like that wasn't too what I explained before I stood up again. I feel like what I was thinking isn't too bad. I feel like what I was thinking wasn't too bad. You missed because he was too close? That would contradict something she told us earlier? Would it? Wait, what did she tell? Wait. Wait, what did she tell us earlier? During this, it was the height difference. So that was just her saying that Maya's physicality would change. What else? What else did she say? I'm not sure what your previous message is trying to say about attacking him. Yeah, I know about the powder burns. But I don't... Something she said before? About the point blank? What? What? So were they not point blank? You've lost me. Yeah, I don't know what that means. Yeah, no, you've lost me. You've lost me. Was there a... Yeah, no, we've already addressed the bullet hole in Maya's clothes. We've addressed that, though. Are you saying that I'm just supposed to present her clothes again? Like that confuses me. We're already at the point where, like, it's well understood they were in some kind of scuffle. There are no powder burns on the hole, so it couldn't have been fired from up close. On what hole? The clothes? Sometimes the logic of the game is weird. Yeah, I'm not Is this like a really weird, is this a weird one? Is this one of the weird ones? Because I'm not following, because when we presented the clothes to the judge earlier, he's like, I can smell gunpowder. So the judge said the clothes smell like gunpowder. So I'm a little confused. Are we saying that the hole was not caused by a bullet? Probably, I think. I didn't. What do you mean, Turbo? I didn't. What do you mean? We didn't come to a conclusion, did we? I'm confused. Yeah, sometimes they have you present the same evidence to prove multiple things. So it's the clothes I have to present again? But what does it, what's, what is the clothes contradict? Okay, so this must be just a weird thing where like I am mentally beyond the clothes, but maybe the characters in the game are not beyond the clothes. Is that the problem here? Does it matter where I present it? Can I present it anywhere? Like right here, for example? Try this one. Which one? This one? The victim took a shot? This one? It proves the gumshoe's theory has a big bullet hole in it. Does it? I mean, I'll do it, but that's weird. That's definitely weird logic. Because you can get into a scuffle and a bullet can be fired through a sleeve. So I'm not entirely sure on what's being proved here, but present on the line, they were too close. Okay, I'll do that. Just the clothes again for the second or third time. Okay, yet I don't think I was never gonna present the clothes again, dude. I was never gonna do that. Like we already did, you know? Missing the tiny hole on this costume will be the prosecution's undoing. Right, I feel like this feels like deja, like we've done this. What do you mean? What do I mean? What does anyone mean right now? I'm sorry? This little hole has actually created a huge hole in your testimony. I'm waiting for I want the game to explain. Explain yourself, Mr. Wright. Where's my paper? You said the two of them were fighting when the victim fired his gun at point blank. If that were true, then where is the gunpowder burn on this costume? Is there not one? Gunpowder burn. See how? What should a gunpowder burn look like? Oh, okay. All right. I'm gonna give up. I'm gonna give up. I'm not gonna fight it. You guys do your yapping. This is what you testified earlier. When something is shot from point blank, a burn area is left around the bullet hole. Oh! But there is not a single trace of gunpowder burn on this costume. Okay, then I'm very confused. That is a very good point. You were the gunpowder sniffer, Judge. Where did you smell gunpowder if not the frickin' bullet? Like hole. And what exactly does this mean? It means that when the shot was fired, they were standing apart from each other. I'm disappointed, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You think you can punch a hole in my logic with that? With wishy-washy thinking like that, anyone can explain anything away. Then I implore you to disprove my line of thinking. Let's see. In the middle of their fight, the victim pushed the defendant away. And it was then, when they were separated, that he fired. How was that? As if that was even possible. According to testimony, the wound from the stabbing was very severe. The victim would not have had the strength to push the defendant very far after that. Duh. Well then. Was it worth it to see Von Karma sweat? That's right. The defendant must have pushed the victim away. After stabbing him, she must have put some space between the doctor and herself. And then while she was preparing to strike again, the doctor took his shot. There, that should satisfy even you. That does make an awful lot of sense. What do you think, Mr. Wright? I must be careful. I can't afford to make a mistake here. Concentrate and think. Dude, you lost me a while ago. This one gave me my brain an owie. It's giving me an owie right now, yeah. It's proving they were not too close. If you say so. I'm not buying that, but sure. If I was like on the jury, I would not be Phoenix's friend right now. The clothes tell a long story once you finish the case. Apparently, it's shaping up that way, definitely. There's no actual gunpowder burn around the bullet hole. It looks black around the opening like soot. See, that's the annoying thing. The game hasn't presented us what a black powder burn should look like. You know what I mean? It hasn't presented that. It's not like we've seen the wound in Dr. Gray's head, have we? So like, I feel like that's, yeah, I feel like that's a, I'm gonna be honest. Every game makes mistakes, and I feel like it's a failing of the game in this moment. Like, how much of it am I supposed to just leave up to my imagination? Even the judge said he smelled gunpowder. There's gunpowder residue on the shirt, but there'd be a visible black ring. Yeah, that's really, like, that feels really like a stretch. Why push the victim away? I mean, yeah, that doesn't make a lot of sense. I mean, I'm gonna press on that. I'm just reading chat. They assume folks know what a point-blank gunshot looks like. That's a stretch. That's such a stretch to be like, oh yeah, players of our game will definitely know what a gunshot burn will look like. That feels like a stretch. Anyway, we're here now. We'll move on. Something doesn't make sense. There's a fatal flaw in her argument, Your Honor. Fatal? Flaw? Yo! Very interesting. I would love to see where this flaw is. I mean, besides the fact that you just made that thing up on the spot. Show me something that contradicts my explanation. There has to be a snag in her explanation somewhere. She put some distance between them before rushing to make the final blow. And when she was about to strike, the doctor took his shot. There must be a piece of evidence that contradicts this line of thinking. I almost just want to present the clothes again. Clothes. The clothes will be every piece of evidence from here on out for the rest of the game. I feel like is now the imagine it's the clothes. That's what I honestly, I don't know why it would be, but we have vacated my line of thinking, so God, is it though? Is it just gonna be the frickin' clothes again somehow? If you watch a lot of true crime, it makes sense. I do not. I do not watch any true crime. I'm not a purveyor. Is that the word? A purveyor? I'm not exactly a purveyor of true crime. Maybe the gun? I don't see the gun being it though. The gun only shows that it has prints on it. I'll let you cook. Your recipes are fascinating. I mean, look, I mean, it all makes sense to me. I just can't figure out what the game logic is. Oh, they're hurting me here, dude. There's distance. Again, I'm still really like, I don't know why we're not talking about bullet trajectories. I don't know why we're not on the crime scene with yarn and stuff, trying to figure out I don't know why we're not doing that. This is like the murder took place 2 days ago. That is not enough time to actually freaking know what's going on. Golly. Gunpowder residue around bullet hole. Okay. So what exactly are we trying to contradict here? Are we contradicting the idea that the bullet was fired from a distance after we just fought for the fact that it was? That doesn't seem likely. So we're trying to contradict that the defendant, Maya, rushed in, you know, got close, but she's got blood all over her clothes. So like that came from somewhere. It could have been the stabbing. There's blood on the ground, so we know where there was a bleeding to happen. I don't know how that contradicts position. We're not really talking about positioning. If you go for the gun, then wouldn't Gray shoot again if the victim was put? Well, I feel like what's the order of operations that the prosecution is actually accusing? I'm assuming, am I wrong here? I'm assuming that the allegation is that the defendant stabbed, pushed, victim, gun, shot, missed, defendant, run, grab gun, take gun, point blank. Is that the order of operations? Where's the option to look up past dialogue? Right? I don't think that's an option. I'm struggling to understand what the prosecution's order of operations are. And if I was the defense attorney, I would say, please, on a map, on this photo that I have, I've got a photo here, on a map, what the F are you saying happened? Because if you can't piece together the crime scene, then the defendant is innocent. I don't understand what they're saying Maya did. I get that there was a push. Then what? What do you mean? What was the order of operations here? I forgot how to access the log. Is there a log? I can't back out of this, by the way. So I'm stuck here right now. I'm stuck right here. So that's not an option to me anyway. There should be a log. For real? Do I have to pause the game? Escape does nothing. Tab does nothing. Guys, I think I'm locked in. Oop. Pardon me. I think I'm locked in. There's a key you can. What's space do? I don't. L for log. C for chat. D for dialogue. Backspace for backspace. No, I'm locked in. I still have health. I can make a couple of guesses. I assume. Or is it game over if I'm wrong? I don't see my health up there. Are you okay, Mo? What do you mean? Did I do something not okay? I'm fine. I'm trying to mentally figure out what they're saying happened so that I can contradict it. I don't know what I'm trying to contradict right now. Am I okay? What do you mean, am I okay? I'm not dead like Dr. Gray is, and I'm not on trial like poor Maya. You sound really frustrated. No, I'm confused. I've been confused ever since the last clothing presentation. I'm confused. I don't know what am I trying to contradict? The pushing? The distance? What am I contradicting the push? Am I contradicting the distance? That's gotta be that's the only two things, right? Because all I can see is there must be a piece of evidence what am I trying? I don't want to what am I contradicting? Okay, maybe I am getting frustrated, but maybe that's only because of the confusion. I'm going with the folding screen. It's gonna do nothing. Nope, it's nothing. Sooner or later, wait, huh? Ah? Wait, yes? Wait, the music kept going. Wait, was I right? The music I thought it was... He said this piece of evidence, and that's what he says when he's wrong. It looks like you already know about... I started skipping. Why? Okay, now I'm mad. Who? Where? What? Mr. Wright, your explanation. Now I wish I could go backwards. He was like, this evidence, like so generically, and nothing popped up on screen, and the music kept going, and that's what always happens when you're wrong. And so I started skipping, and I was right. Okay. Okay. Rant over. Mr. Wright, your explanation, please. Are these two really that clueless? I've had this figured out like forever ago, all right? How do we get to the part that I'm trying to explain? The bullet went through the defendant's sleeve first, then the folding screen. So the bullet did go through the clothing? Did I just knocked out the, like, earpiece on my earpiece. Where did it go? How? Okay, there it is. How did that come off? I'm so... So did the bullet go through the frickin' hole, or did it not? Okay. It passed through at a height of approximately 8 inches off the ground, which means... When the shot was fired, Maya, I mean the defendant, was not getting ready to strike, was actually squatting low to the... I mean, oh God, I've known this for so long. Okay, we're finally getting there. We're getting to the place that I want to be. Okay. We're there. We're finally there. Order. This changes everything. Good God, Jesus Christ. Please look at this diagram of the crime scene. Yes, we finally have the people in the diagram. This is... Oh! God. The victim, Dr. Gray, was here when he fired the shot. I've been talking about this. And the bullet hit this folding screen. It hit at this location about 8 inches off the ground. At this time, the defendant was in this area. Like here-ish. Somewhere around here. Am I wrong? Uh-oh, the judge's face is scrunched like he just smelled some serious bad... Am I wrong? Wait, I just realized I forgot to brush this morning. Excuse me while I freshen up. Sure. In the meantime, I want you to think things through again. Of course, whoops. I should focus on where Maya was at the time. What? Is it shift? Shift didn't do anything for me earlier. It doesn't do anything here either. But I mean, I'm also locked. I don't know if I was locked away from being able to do it. The log is behind me. No, it wasn't. I looked. I think I was locked out, I'll be honest. I don't think it was available. Poor Tink Tink. I'm losing my mind over here. I am not following these guys. If the here's what I understand. I get that if the shot was fired over here, I mean the bullet landed over here. I'm sorry. Then I get that the murderer would have had to be over here, but Maya would not have been over there. Is what I'm alleging. All right, so we're gonna go over here, I guess. I guess? Somewhere around here. Huh? And the thing behind my camera, by the way, you can see it's always said court record. It has never said log. I promise. I promise. Of course, what's done is done. I should focus on where Maya was at the time of the crime. At this time, the defendant was in this... Okay. No, okay, so if the victim fired first, so I guess they want me to say Maya was here. I'll take another hit. Somewhere around here. What are we talking about? If the defendant, what are we? Phoenix. Phoenix and I are not on the same page. What are we trying to say the defendant was doing? If the defendant wasn't squatting in front of the victim, which is what I thought she was doing, and she wasn't behind the victim for the gunshot, which is a previous theory I had, and she wasn't in the freaking line of sight of the bullet, ooh, Phoenix, what are we trying to say? I'm so confused. Where did you click? I've clicked here, here, and here. Are we saying Maya was like humping the screen? What was she doing over here during the channeling? What? Here? Maybe in front of the mirror thing? Maybe she was watering a plant? Maybe she was locking the door? Maybe she was locking the door. She had the key. And they weren't channeling for very long when the gunshots went off. Maybe Maya was locking the door and then frickin' Annie was over here or something. And frickin'... What? What are we trying to say? Like, My working theory is so out the window that I don't know what Phoenix is trying to prove anymore. We are no longer on the same page. We are on very separate, different books, in fact. Okay, try near the folding screen. This is gonna be so dumb. How? What have we learned? Why would we think that? Why? Maybe it makes sense because that's how it happened. But how would I know that? I have no evidence that she was there. I have no one told me she was there. We didn't find her there. I know the bullet's there, but Maya could have been standing here in the middle of the freaking room, and bullets travel a really long way. I don't know if you guys know this, but bullets go a long ways. I'm losing my mind here. She was standing here near the folding screen. Okay. I'm on Karma's side. As if you guys didn't already know that. Wait a second. We know the defendant was close to the ground based on the height of the bullet hole. Sure. But how can you gauge the distance from that? I don't know. You're right, Queen. Isn't it possible that the defendant was standing much closer to the victim? Yes! Okay, Phoenix, go on! That's impossible is a strong word. But why? You of all people should know the answer to that question, Miss Von Karma. If she were shot from somewhere closer, there would be gunpowder burns present. Okay? However, there's nothing of the sort around the bullet hole this cost. But how do we know she was against... Go on. Curse you, Mr. Phoenix, Wright, you... I don't agree with any of this. If I'm on the jury, Maya is so done. I believe it has now been proven that the defendant was standing a ways from the victim when she was shot at. Sure. We'll take that. Sure. All right. That's fine. But do you think this has changed the defendant's situation? It changes everything. I can't back that up, but honestly, Your Honor, this changes everything. The prosecution has claimed that the defendant was aiming to kill by stabbing. If that were true, delivering the final strike with the knife would be ideal. However, where and what was the defendant doing at the time?
Squatting all the way by the folding screen.
Which, if she was, yes, I agree. If she was over by the... If she was by the screen, she couldn't have stabbed the victim. I agree with that. I just don't know how Maya got to the folding screen, alright? Exactly. If Maya Fey was the real murderer, why would she be by the folding screen instead of preparing to strike? Upon further consideration, it does make very little sense.
Yeah, I figured there had to be a reason.
Figuring things out and proving the logic behind everything is your job. Yeah, detective. Oof. Alright, with this, the rest of the trial should be in the book. Blast radius of disaster. You are such a smart man, Mr. Phoenix, right? Or lucky, more like. To think that you've been able to take a completely hopeless case to this point. Now I know why Papa had a tough time with you. You amuse me. Yeah? Of all the things to inherit, why did it have to be that smarmy smile? I don't know, maybe she wears it better. I'm just saying. Detective! How dare you damage my perfect logic? Huh? How is it all my fault? You can start repairing your standing by first removing that 3-strand goatee. Now hold on a second. What's wrong with the goatee? Oh, and rest assured your punishment will come later. You can't threaten to punish a detective. Also, what do you mean 3-strand goatee? Excuse me? Well then, Your Honor, I think I've had all I can take of this detective's face. I think it's time to call in the next witness. Next witness? That's gotta be Lotta. Oh my god. I didn't think we were ever gonna get out of that. Very well. The court will take a 5-minute recess. Dude, I need a 5-minute recess. Are you kidding? After we reconvene, we will hear from the next witness. And all of our friends should hit that like button. Because obviously if you've made it this far, you should absolutely smash that like button. Do you not think that MagicManMo's trials and tribulations deserve that much? That's where we'll put in. It's to be continued. That's a really good stopping spot. That's a really good stopping spot. We'll put in a pause right there for the next time that we continue this trial. For the next witness. For after the recess. It's getting deep. That was fun. It was fun. Right up until, like, the point that I got confused at, confused me. As you might imagine, that is the nature of confusion. But we were doing good. We were doing pretty good right up until that moment, and I was just like, what? And we were on different pages, I will tell you what. But that's where we're gonna stop for today's stream. I'll be back tomorrow. That was fun. Picturing Udgy in the jungle gym. Why? Wait, a jungle gym? When's the next Ace Attorney stream? Tomorrow! Tomorrow! So what we're doing, I'll be streaming tomorrow. I've decided that I'm going to, I mentioned yesterday that I wanted to do a Jackbox stream, but I feel like there hasn't been enough notice. So I've got it scheduled for Saturday. You can actually see the Jackbox stream scheduled on my channel right now, but that's for Saturday. I normally don't stream on Saturdays. I will be streaming this Saturday. So you can tune in for that. But for tomorrow, we will be continuing some more Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. We'll be continuing with this tomorrow and seeing where this case continues to take us. Hopefully, I can follow along with the logic. Hopefully, I can follow along with the... Because I'm struggling now. I'm struggling to piece together exactly what went down, how and when and why and whatever. But maybe it'll all come clear. I've been assured that it has to do with the clothing, I guess. Apparently, I've been assured. So we'll see how this all pieces together. Maybe tomorrow. We didn't learn as much about any as I was hoping we would today. We learned some, though. We did learn some. Tomorrow, the next witness is going to be, yeah, Lotta. The next witness is, it sounds like, is going to be Lotta. So we'll see that tomorrow. See what her pictures are, what she took. Maybe she captured a ghost on camera. I don't know. I don't know what her picture is going to look like. She didn't share that with us, so... oh, for recess. Udgy on the playground. Got it. Got it. You're right. You're right. For some reason, Jungle Gym didn't register with me for playground. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I follow. I got that. I got you. Lot of hair. Definitely a lot of hair. Her name's Lot of Heart. A lot of hair. She's got that little, like, that sort of ginger afro kind of going on. But her name's Lot of Heart. So we'll see her again, see what her side of things are, and I don't know. I don't know where this is going. I still think my working theory is that somehow NE got into there and took the shot, but we just don't have enough yet. A lot of hair and a hairy butts. No, Larry butts. Wait, What if Lotta Hair and Larry Butts get together? My man Larry's got well, cause like, what was it, Case 2 or whatever? His girlfriend got murdered or whatever. We gotta hook Larry up. We gotta hook him up. Larry's been playing the single game too long. I don't know if that's true. I hope Larry shows up in a case. I don't know why. I don't know why. Lotta Butts. That would be her name. If Lotta and Larry married, her name would be Lotta Butts. You gotta be, dude. You've got to be pro the Lotta Heart and Larry Butts ship. You've got to be for that, if not for just that reason alone. A lot of butts. I'm just saying. All right. That's all I got. Any final words, friends, before I disappear forever, never to be seen again until tomorrow? Anything else? Any final words? No? Then, is there a butt emoji? Hit me with the butt emoji as we head on out of here. Ninny? We have Innie, and we have Mimi. I don't know who Ninny would be. Ninny? Do I know anyone with an N name? Oh, Nick. Nick would be an N. I literally can't think of anything. That's crazy. Root beer, no! One last root beer. It's night. Night. I gotta go find out what was it? Tink or something? I gotta go find out what that means. So I know what I've been called. That's gonna do it for me. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please do all of the things. And until next time, bye-bye!